You've been calling for days, asking why did we break up, but I let it ring. I'll just pick up and hang up, and you wonder why I never pick up my phone. But I bet you never wonder why. Sleeping alone, girl, I got nothing to say, nothing to say. Why would you keep calling me? Want me to stay, want me to stay? Answer me, you wanna play, you like to play. Won't be too long before this motherfucking jerk goes to sing you a song. You never ever ever leave me alone, girl, you need someone, you need someone. You never ever ever leave me alone, girl, you need someone to be someone. You never ever ever leave me alone, girl, you need someone, you need someone. You never ever ever leave me alone, girl, you need someone to be someone. You've been chasing me around, but I never get caught in the games you play, so just quit, it's over. The text, the calls, and bullshit you thought of was the reason I left your ass crying alone. You never ever ever leave me alone, girl, you need someone, you need someone. You never ever ever leave me alone, girl, you need someone to be someone. You never ever ever leave me alone, girl, you need someone, you need someone. You never ever ever leave me alone, girl, you need someone to be someone. So maybe you wanna go, come get a piece of me.
Hey, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be finishing maybe not finishing, the Project MATIS event. I know, it was supposed to be a slop stream. It was supposed to be a React slop, but shit happened and I couldn't stream yesterday, and I almost couldn't stream today. I usually don't start stream at this hour, but consider yourselves lucky because I did. Okay. Let's open up the game here. Here you have it. And the reason that I didn't stream yesterday was that I fell asleep. And I had an alarm, but I didn't wake up. And today I was like, it's like 10 a.m. Maybe I'll take a nap before I start stream, because I pulled an all-nighter. So I took a nap and I woke up at 5 p.m, which was 17 minutes ago.
Fully active.
So yeah, that's the reason. Also, what's up Magnus, what's up Zal, what's up Virupaksha, and what's up Game Troll? How you guys doing? A big deep sleep. So I think that all-nighter is special. Bro, I didn't want to pull an all-nighter, bro. I just couldn't sleep because I was doing night shift. But now night shift is gone, and I just can't sleep. I have to sleep this night. But I have to fall asleep earlier today. But I don't know how I'm going to pull that off, because I do have work tomorrow in the afternoon, because I'm doing afternoon shift. So there will probably not be a stream for 3 days. There will probably not be a stream for 3 days, because I'm doing afternoon shift, and hell no, I'm not waking up early. You know what's good about sex? The fact that you don't have to put up with someone else's bullshit, and you get a good night's rest. What? Isn't it the other way around? I mean, I do have hot club next to my house. Okay. Let's, well, do the event, because that's what we're here for, right? Where the fuck do you live? Bro, what? That has a club next to you? Well, it's not next to me, it's like 5 minutes by car. So, yeah. That's something. What's up, Glenn? How you doing? A 10-minute walk? Bro, who do you think I am? Speedy Gonzalez?
Is so cool. Maybe coral pancake?
5 minutes by car and around half an hour by foot.
Hold on a moment. Target eliminated.
Shall we let the seeds sprout?
Playtime's over. Take this!
Could kill a chicken by thinking outside in the heat. Same. So just so you understand just how hot it is today. So my cat, I have a black cat, and he usually like really likes to go outside and stay in the sun, right? Doing cat things. So I usually like let him go outside a little bit. He goes outside a little bit, stays in the sun until he gets hot, and then he comes inside. But today I opened the door, I was like, wanna go outside? And he was staring outside. He didn't even take a step into a shadow outside. That's just how hot it is. Am I good into you? Bro, you have I mean, I was going to say you can go into the game, but we're playing an event with like Hitsuen in it. I don't think you want to go to it. I mean, Suen is not a kid anymore. In this part of the event though. So, feel free.
Testing.
The black cat, how much more tan does bro need? I don't know, bro likes tanning.
Citizens of the Ark, how have you all been?
Fuck you,
There's
Sue.
been a lot of talk about Macilis and me as of late. And I understand there's been a lot of needless concern. For instance, complaints of a lack of innovation. Or that I'm incompetent. That sort of thing. So, to put an end to those worries, I'm here to present something interesting to you all. The very
And
innovation you've all been waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Behold!
Letters pop up on the screen behind you. Macilis Industry, Advanced Technology, Invincible Squad.
Introducing Project MATIS.
Oh,
The culmination of all the technology Macilis Industry has to offer.
there's a possibility of being left without electricity and water because there's no longer raining. What the hell?
Nothing like the
kinda
mediocrity that
crazy.
came before. The true NIKKE archetype. The new NIKKE that wields the power of the original. I intend to build a new hero NIKKE squad that will save humanity. So, put your worries aside and start getting excited.
Thought it was real
Macilis is the
saint.
originator of NIKKE technology. This will be made plain for everyone
mouth.
to see. With that in mind, we'll now be accepting applications from those interested in becoming NIKKEs from MATIS.
Suyun is actually
true
giga
hero
smart. She's just
Must
like
have the heart
fucking
of a
brat.
hero. Anyone is welcome to apply. Anyone who holds in their heart a burning desire to become a hero. Come knock on the doors of MATIS Industry. Given the scale of such a grand project, there will no doubt be significant risks involved. But I assure you, on the very reputation of MATIS itself, that you will be fairly compensated. Well then, I'll see you at the interviews.
A girl watches the TV, her eyes glimmering.
Anyone who wants to become a hero?
Oh, is she? Wait, is that Flash from the Outer Ring?
Finally! I can become a hero too.
Few days later, after Suyun's televised speech airs across the arc, MATIS Industry receives a flood of applications. Play this game to apply correction to the brat. Bro, I want to slap this fucking bitch on the left, bro.
So, I was wondering, if I do get to take part in this project, how would the compensation work?
Yeah, everyone would
And if it
just wants
turns
the
out to be
compensation.
a success, does that affect the compensation? If I join, would the payment be made right away? It's just that I'm a bit pressed for cash at the moment.
Some people came because they are desperate for money.
I heard rumors that if you become a NIKKE in this project, you won't get turned into a regular NIKKE, but a special one. And I heard that we'd become even more famous than those squads. Pretty or absolute? Is that true?
More famous than pretty? I don't know about that.
They said the stuff about it being too dangerous is just to keep people away. Is that actually the case?
Then there are those who are swept up by rumors and drawn in out of curiosity. Where the fuck do you buy your subs? Where they spawn from? Subs? What subs? Like subscribers on YouTube? I don't know. I don't know. But I just woke up and this is my breakfast. A white monster. Hell yeah. Rock and roll, bro.
My reason for
I don't know, usually I get like a couple of subs a stream. I don't know where you guys come from. Then a couple of subs per video and that's it.
My mother said it would help her family. I mean, she said she hoped I could be of help. I came because I want to be of use to someone.
They are reluctant dragged in at someone else's desire.
I heard that I wouldn't have to worry about room and board.
Your funeral will be energetic? Bro. What funeral, bro? I'm fucking mortal. I know I have bad taste in YouTubers, that's why I'm watching you, but there can't possibly be this many people with bad taste. You would be surprised.
And, I heard there's pay involved. Everyone who joins the project gets compensated, right?
Of course. All of that is correct. Room and board are provided for the duration of the project, along with full hazard pay.
Huh, I see. That's a relief.
Do you have any further questions?
No, that's all the questions I had.
All right. Then that concludes our interview. On your way out, you'll take a test determining your physical fitness. Finish that and you're free to head home. If you're accepted, we'll contact
We'll
you
come
by
back
phone
again
within a week,
tomorrow.
so be sure to answer.
You're welcome, bro.
Okay.
Is that corn game? No.
I'm so stiff. All right.
This is the best
let's
fucking
bring in the
game
next
humanity
applicant.
has ever created.
Hold on.
Oh, what's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
I don't like them.
What?
I don't like a single one of them. How is it that not one of them came purely because they want to be a hero?
No one like that exists in this day and age. This is real life, not some superhero movie. Maybe back in the old days, when raptures were slaughtering us up on the surface. But there's not a single person in the Ark who doesn't know how a NIKKE is made. We're in an era where everyone becomes a NIKKE out of personal necessity. And on top of that, this is research into a new direction for NIKKEs. It's pretty obvious how grueling it's going to be. So people are either here chasing money or fame, or they're dragged in here for someone else's benefit.
So it's only going to be more of the same type of people?
Well, there might be
Bruce
a
Wayne,
diamond
but
in the
without the
rough,
saving the
but
city.
yeah, the vast majority will be the same.
So you just want to be rich. Suan rises from her seat.
Why are you getting up? We've still got some interviews left.
I'm leaving.
You want to leave now, but we're not finished.
I don't care. I've got a headache. You pick them.
But you're the one in charge. How am I supposed to do this without you?
You said they're all the same anyway. Just pick whoever you like.
Wait, Suan.
But with Suan's position at least, I can come up with designs unlike her. Bro, what do you mean? Laplace looks good. A lot of Missile's NIKKEs look good.
Hold on a minute. Shall we let the seeds sprout?
I'm glad you're safe. Mission complete.
In her break room at the far right end of the third floor hallway, Suan's secret hideaway remains unknown to anyone.
No one's here today. As usual.
With practiced ease, Suan takes a cake from the fridge. She pulls out a chair from the empty meeting room and takes a seat.
They expect me to make heroes? Out of those people?
Reaction slope went, I don't know, bro.
With mindsets
I don't
like
know."
those, all we'll end up with is scrap metal.
Suan takes a forkful of cake and shoves it into her mouth.
They're all the same. None of them are any good. I feel like I made this decision impulsively because of GN. Is this even right? Was it really right of me? To try to create the very thing Father hated so much? Can a hero NIKKE really even be made?
Yes, it can be made.
Who the fuck is there? From a corner of the dark meeting room, a tiny girl rises to her feet.
You!
Oh, it's Laplace! She's so small! What happened to you?
When did you get here?
When? I was already in here before you came in.
You were in here first?
Even because of stress, gluten plus 100? Yes. Yes.
Then you should have said you were in here.
I'm sorry, I only wanted to find somewhere to lie low, but I fell asleep. More importantly,
This tiny girl draws closer, her eyes gleaming as she gazes at Siwon.
I've seen you before. I saw you on TV. You're gonna create a new hero NIKKE squad to save humanity. You said anyone who dreams of becoming a hero should come find you. That is you, isn't it?
It is. What's it to you? So, you know who I am?
I do. You're the one who makes heroes, aren't you?
Wait, you don't know who I am?
Pilgrim better than Bacillus? Brother, Pilgrim is not like a NIKKE manufactured. Pilgrim means NIKKEs that are like not tied to a manufacturer now. Which means that any manufacturer could have a Pilgrim. What the fuck? There could be Bacillus Pilgrims out there.
You're the one who makes heroes, aren't you?
And I think most Pilgrims come from Bacillus. Or at least from VTC, which is now part of Bacillus. So if you say Pilgrims are better, you're saying that Bacillus is good.
Ugh, this conversation is going in circles. I'm asking if you know my name.
Your name. Am I supposed to know it?
Ugh, who exactly are you? And what are you doing in here?
I'm Laplace, and I've come to become a hero.
What?
I said I've come to become a hero. Could you share a bite of that cake?
What? You lunatic!
Does she share the cake though? Anything but Bacillus? No. Bruin, Siwon taking the position like, this bad boy out here can save so many arcs. Yeah. The girl's world begins in a worn-down black alley. Across from her home, sound blares out on an old TV setup in front of a general store. Grand music swells as stylishly dressed female hero appears.
The hero has arrived!
The ultra hero.
Let's go, fellow heroes!
As long as Siwon is in charge of Bacillus, then Bacillus is worse than anything else. I mean, technically, we are in charge of Bacillus now. Right? Like, technically, Siwon will do whatever we ask her to do. So, we would be in charge of Siwon, which in turn is in charge of Bacillus. So we are in charge of Bacillus.
Onwards!
The girl's eyes sparkle as she stares at the TV, spellbound.
Onwards.
Evil, come forth! No matter what torment you inflict on others, so long as I, the Ultra Hero, still stand, hope will never be extinguished. Justice shall never be defeated!
The girl thrusts her arm towards the sky.
Never. be defeated.
She adores heroes. Amid the grayness of her world, it is those superhero movies playing every day on that old TV store that are the only shimmering gleams of light in her life.
Shut up, would you?
A liquor glass lands next to the girl and shatters.
I was wondering where you crawled off to. You watching that crap again? When the hell are you gonna kick the bucket?
Damn, that's a bit harsh. I was too tired today because of Pro Max Goonie, so I couldn't watch the stream. Sure. What the fuck does Pro Max Goonie mean?
Gotta turn you into a NIKKE so I can finally make some money.
We with the girl's dad? Bro, we're talking about Laplace here, not Suen. Shut up. As long as she can watch her heroes, she's able to endure the abuse that her villain of a father unleashes without warning.
Hey, hobo!
Who? Me?
Yeah, you. Go over there and steal us some bread. If you can't, then go beg for it instead.
Oh,
The kids laugh. Want to play NIKKE, but the 160 level wall does not make me want to download it again. You have a story mode now, so you don't need to level up. You can complete all the story without needing to level up, or at least level up much. And then take it easy with breaking the wall.
I don't do things like that. Only villains would do that sort of thing.
Did you just call me a villain?
That's right.
You punk!
The young villains start to beat on the girl. Yet she doesn't give in to it. After all, a hero must never kneel before a villain. And so the girl endures beating after beating, as her frail body becomes even frailer still. But while she tried to survive on faith alone, the girl's world, filled with so many villains, is far too much to bear. Damn, liquor bottle lands right on the girl's head. Red blooms across her vision.
Just die already. Hurry up and die. Die and turn into a NIKKE and make me money.
The villain strikes her head with his fist over and over. It's the worst beating he's ever given her. Just as the thought hits her that she might truly die if she does
What
nothing.
the? You little brat!
The girl pushes the villain aside and runs outside.
Hero!
She wanders in search of a hero. She cries out with all her might.
Ultra Hero!
She reaches out her hand.
There you are.
She desperately runs over and seizes the hand of someone holding a gun.
What the? What's wrong, kid?
A NIKKE with hair tied up. Before her is a NIKKE, just like the ultra hero she saw on TV.
Please help me, Hero.
Help you with what?
Come on, just leave her and let's go. This is a dangerous part of town.
Please, help me, hero!
Suddenly she feels someone behind her. The villain grabs her by the hair and yanks her back.
What are you looking at? Never seen someone discipline their kid before?
Come on, let's go.
But...
He's a human. There's nothing we can do. Let's just hurry up and go.
What are you staring at? You damn Nikkes. Here to steal more jobs?
Bro, isn't this the Outer Rim? Just shoot him in the head. No one is going to miss him. Just like a quick bop.
Fine. Let's go.
The Nikkei. So Nikkes are useless. They cannot harm humans. It's basically a firmware that they have in their brains is that even if they try, even if they really want to, they can't. They just can't pull the trigger or harm humans in any way. Unless they are built in a special way or don't have the thingy. Yep. The girl makes a splash and falls to the ground. The villain walks off, leaving her behind in the rain. Pilgrims they are built different. The girl's vision is blurred and a thought runs on through her mind.
There's no such
There are
thing
ways that
as
Nikkes can
heroes.
bypass that law. You know, that rule. We've seen it with Crow. There's no such thing as heroes. Then you have to become the hero.
There's no such thing as heroes. There were never any heroes.
A siren blares. Echoing through the girl's world goes by. She thinks, if I can survive, if I can just survive and become stronger, if I can just become an Nikke, I'll never ignore the weak like those two did. If no one else in this world will be a hero, then I'll get stronger. And I'll become one myself. The strongest hero anyone has ever seen. And I'll use my strength to take down all the evil in the world. From that day on, the girl begins to live for nothing but the chance to become a hero. Several years pass. After getting taken to the hospital thanks to someone's report, the girl was eventually driven out. She wanders around in an effort to survive, until one day, on a TV in an alley where she's hiding, she finds the chance she's been looking for.
Anyone is welcome to apply.
Also, I'm running out of battery on my headphones. Let me see, how much battery do I have? 14%. Okay.
Anyone who holds in their heart a burning desire to become a hero. Come knock on the doors of Miss Phyllis Industry.
Anyone who wants to become a hero? Finally! I can become a hero too.
Bro, the thing is, I either plug in my camera or I plug in my headset. I don't have another USB cable. I mean, I have another USB cable, but, well, it's either connected to my mouse, connected to my keyboard, or Yeah, that's basically it. So I may just use my keyboard, actually. Oh right, I forgot that I have completely forgotten that I'm not going to connect my keyboard. I'm going to connect my mouse. Because I completely forgot that my keyboard and my mouse are wireless. Completely forgot that they are wireless. So why the fuck do I not use? Also, where the fuck is the thing for the wireless mouse? Here, I think this is it. Disconnect controller, plug in the dongle. There. And activate this, I think. Or is it the Bluetooth one? Still more radio waves. Oh, there you go. It's connected. Hell yeah. Oh, right. I have to. Oh, god damn it. Have to do this through here. There you go. Does this even... Of course this charges, right? Yes. So, yeah, I think that's the first time in like 4 years that I use wireless on this mouse. Laplace stands in front of the door to becoming a hero. How long does your headset last on average? I don't know. I haven't kept track, but it lasts like a while. Last time I checked, I was at like 40%, and it was like 2 days ago, I think. So yeah, it does last a while. Intercept the NASA radio waves. It's kind of strange that small Laplace was failed by NIKKE, so therefore she wants to become a NIKKE. You would think she would have some resentments. No, it's more like if no one is going to do it, then I'll do it myself kind of feeling, you know? Because there's 2 ways you can go. Imagine like in real life, right? Imagine in real life, you are like a kid and you need help, and you see a cop and you're like, hey, I need help, and the cop doesn't help you, right? And then in the future you are like, I either become a cop to actually help people in need, or I resent them. You can go both ways. The cop will be just as useless as the NIKKE? Yeah. But you can like choose the path you can go. Kept some track, and my last, what, 6-7 days? I've had these headphones for a while now. Their battery is probably not like 100%.
Let's do this.
She opens the door and steps inside.
I think I
Also,
forgot the
where is
recipe.
Adol, bro? Did bro leave me? haven't seen him today.
So cool. Maybe cool.
Request
Sure he
cleared.
didn't. What's up, Ghost? Fuck, I have to take off my headphones. I was trying to put something inside my fridge, and well, my headphones were attached to my head. Bro, not cat, man. I'm a wolf. How many times do I have to tell you? Ghost and Glenn, you're kinda late, guys. And Rapture too. What's up? You really made a video about that? Yeah. He did? Nobody agreed? I know everyone agrees with me. They are just trying to rage bait me. You know? She looks kinda weird. Who? Head to body proportion is very off because she's a kid, bro. La Paz starts wolfing down the cake, oblivious to everything around her.
You must be hungry. Huh? Did you not eat before you came here?
Oh, how did you know?
What do you mean, how do you know?
You're right. I haven't eaten a thing since yesterday. That's how long I've been hiding here.
Did you say since yesterday?
Knowing I'm hungry just from a single glance. People who make heroes really are on another level.
Laplace has a bigger appetite than Sion? Well, I wonder why.
Just hurry up and eat!
Are she even getting Bacillus? I don't know. Sion looks Laplace over once more. I mean, applications open up, so maybe she snuck in because of that. Her scrawny frame, her sickly complexion. She has plenty of spirit, but she looks like she'll die before making it very far.
Phew, I'm stuffed. That cake was good. Thanks for sharing some with me. You're really a good person.
Given how much you were drooling while watching me eat, I didn't really have much choice. So, what's your deal anyway?
I'm Laplace.
I wasn't asking your name. Did you have an interview?
Yep. I failed.
Since I never saw you, I'm guessing you got cut in the first round. No surprise there with a body like that.
Wait, do I need to be healthy to be a hero?
Yeah, obviously. What, did you expect this to be some sort of game for kids?
But I heard you only need a healthy brain to become a NIKKE.
This isn't about becoming some ordinary NIKKE. The whole process is going to be painful. And if you're not strong enough to endure it, you could die. That's why we're only looking to accept people who are both physically and mentally healthy. We're not trying to get anyone killed.
Physically and mentally healthy, huh?
With the state you're in, there's no way you'd be able to handle it.
So you're saying as long as I can endure it, I can become a hero?
Yeah, but I doubt you'll make it. So just finish your cake and be on your way. And don't come back here.
Sion walks off, leaving Laplace behind.
All I have to do is endure? That's easy. All right then. From this moment, I'm gonna endure with everything I've got.
The next day,
Oh, what a pain. Another day without a single decent candidate.
she's still going to be there.
You scared me! You? What's your deal?
It's me, Laplace.
I wasn't asking your name. Why are you here?
To become a hero. You said it yourself. All I have to
She's
do is
fucking
endure,
stubborn,
right?
bro. She keeps them in her ass. What the fuck are you talking about? What? Well, there's a lore reason for why there aren't male Nikkeis. I think there is. I'm not remembering like what's the reason. I think females are just more apt. I think they have tried to make male Nikkeis, but they have constantly failed because of the body composition. They like males and females are just built different. That's the reason. You know? If it was for the sake of reproduction, it would have been the other way around. Because, well, one guy can make a bunch of kids in a day. You know? With some like with some, you know, stamina, you can pull it off. While a woman can only make one every 9 months. Sometimes 2. You know, because they are like twins. But that's kind of hard, you know? So yeah, it would have been the other way around. It's because of some physiological thing that they have tried, but males are just built different and they weren't able to do it. And now that the technology to make Nikkeis is mostly gone, right? Because they don't know like the fundamentals of like some shit. They just can't make stuff from scratch. Also, I mean, they can make stuff from scratch, but most of them don't understand how it works. Because the VTC was one with like the whole, well, technology, and, well, VTC went to shit thanks to a certain someone, you know? Also, males still play a role. They are the commanders. So even though they are not Nikkeis, and they could die, so they are going up on the surface as humans with Nikkeis that have super strength. So males are usually a lot more in danger because they are humans going to war instead of being Nikkeis. Nikkeis cannot be killed unless you crush their head. So as long as you have their head, they can be salvageable and brought back to life. Humans cannot. So, yeah. Man can't make kids, we can only put in... Bro. Yeah, but you plant the seed, bro. Probably has the same VA as the adult form. What, Laplace? I think she does. Like reconveners, we know the lore reason, but the real reason is money.
What?
Sounds more like sentenced to be a hero. It's kind of like that.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep at this until you make me a hero.
If Siwon really wanted her gone, she would call for the guards.
Oh, I get it. You're going to stage a sit-in, are you? Do you think that'll make things go your way?
A sit-in? No! I'm just gonna stay here and endure.
That's the same thing.
By the way, are we not having
Good night.
cake today?
Bye-bye, Ghost.
You think I'm crazy enough to feed you? You'll just stay longer. You want to endure? Try doing it without food.
Sion walks off. But the next
Hey there,
day,
Siwon!
You're still here?
Yup!
And you haven't eaten anything.
no.
Fine. I'm used to going without food. Before I first got here, I didn't even eat anything on the long walk over. That being said, no cake today either.
No!
The day
Siwon,
after that.
I'm still here.
Don't be.
And the day after that,
See, Siwon? I'm enduring.
okay, that's a couple of days. Or more than a couple of days without food. So everything she's eaten up until now is like a slice of cake. Come on, Siwon. Is this going to be it?
Is your plan seriously to sit here and starve to death?
I don't plan on dying.
And yet here you are, enduring without food and water.
And water?
I wouldn't say that exactly. The bathrooms have water.
What? You didn't actually drink that water, did you?
Why? Of course I did. Drink enough water and you stop feeling hungry. You've got really clean water here. Probably for all those heroes you're making. It doesn't wreck my stomach no matter how much I drink.
Damn. With reason that you gave it more sense to make male Nikkes, as you only need one male, as you said, to reproduce. So the Lord reason is money and goon. No, that's not the reason I gave. That's the reason someone else gave. What? The reason I gave is that they can't physically make male Nikkes. They have tried, but they can't. Everyone they tried to turn into like a male Nikke has died.
You're insane.
Laplace doesn't leave Siwon a hideout. After a full week of this.
Hey, it's me, Laplace.
Right, Laplace.
You called?
Just how long do you plan on staying here?
Until you make her a hero.
Until you make me a hero.
The interviews are over. Recruitment's closed, and every spot is filled.
I see. I'll just have to wait until the next round of openings.
Listen, you think I didn't accept you for my sake? It's for your own good, got it?
It is?
Yeah, because someone as frail as you could die during the tests.
Can't you make a Nikke with just a brain, though? My brain is healthy.
Who said anything about your brain? Your body may not be able to withstand it. You could die.
I appreciate you being honest about the danger involved. But I'll be okay. I can endure it.
Ugh, there you go with that word again. It hurts, okay? It'll hurt so bad that even a healthy person couldn't take it.
I'll be okay. If that's what I have to do to become a hero, I can take whatever you throw at me.
She's a bit insane, but she has a spirit. That's Laplace for you.
This body of mine might be weak, but my mind is in great shape. That's why I know I can do it.
She has that spark in her eyes.
I can become a hero.
Suddenly, Siwon finds she can't look away from that
Give
gaze.
me just one chance. If you believe in me, then no matter what trials or difficulties may come, I'll become a hero right before your eyes. Just watch.
Isn't that what you wanted, Siwon? Someone that actually just wanted to become a hero? Like, come on. Just say yes. Just give her a slice of cake and say, sure, I'll make you a hero.
You win. you join the project. You wanted a chance? So here it is. Show us what you're made of. It's going to be much more painful than you imagine. But yeah, throw yourself against the wall. Let your soul get crushed. Then we'll see if you can still go on about enduring and becoming a hero.
Thank you so much, Siyun.
Don't go blaming me later, though. I'm not responsible for whatever happens, including you dying.
Of course.
Follow me. I'll get you into the lab.
I promise to repay this kindness someday.
Don't go making any promises until you actually survive.
So what's the deal?
With what? Be more specific.
That Laplace kid. What's she doing here?
What do you think? She's a candidate for the project.
With a body like that? Is she a friend of yours?
Why would I be friends with someone like that? I just did the interview and hired her, okay?
So you saw how weak she is, and still chose to hire her?
I gave her a clear warning. I told her everything. She's the one who chose to do it.
Well, of course she did. That's why she walked into the interview room in the first place. The interviewers wouldn't stop griping about it, so I went and watched the video of her first interview. I could immediately tell she's someone you'd find endearing, but physically, she's got too many issues. It's obvious she wouldn't even last until the real tests even began. That's why the interviewers cut her.
So what? I'm the one in charge, remember? I can add one extra participant if I want.
What if something goes wrong and she dies halfway through?
You know what'll happen. Our image will take a hit, and that's it.
Siyun!
You really won't let up, will you? She says she wants it, even if it kills her. Just let it go. You think I let her join because I wanted to? That brat held out for a whole week.
A whole week? What do you mean?
Never mind. Anyway, I passed her, so stop questioning me about it and just put her on the project. End of discussion.
Yeah, okay. But if she can't handle it and runs off, we're going on without her. Got it?
Do whatever you want.
Okay. Got Laplace in 30 polls? Well, good for you!
Perhaps I should have brought some poisonous herbs.
while I'm reloading.
Maybe coral pancake? Is for parfait?
Also, how many videos do we have in the reaction slop? There's a lot of videos there. A shitload of videos. God damn it.
Mission complete.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you for joining the Hero NIKKE project. I'm Maxwell, the lead researcher on Project MATIS. As I told you before, the goal of this project is not to create ordinary NIKKEs, but to create hero NIKKEs with power beyond anything anyone's ever seen. Because of that, we expect the process to involve considerable pain. Worst case, there is a distinct possibility that some of you could lose your lives.
Silence falls
Of course,
over the lab.
the Bacillus research team will do all we can to prevent any casualties by utilizing the ARC's most advanced technology. However, before we proceed with the main experiment, you'll be tested to see whether you have the physical and mental fortitude to endure intense pain.
Maxwell fixes her case
Anyone
on
who
the
cannot endure will be automatically removed from the project. Only those who make it through the entire experiment will become NIKKEs and receive a hero prototype body. They will also receive the compensation that was previously promised. Of course. Having made it this far guarantees you some compensation, so don't worry about that. We're excited to see how you all perform. May you make it to the end and become the Ark's new heroes.
Okay. With applause ringing through the simulation room, Project MATIS begins with 100 candidates. 100? No. Once the testing starts, the candidates receive injections at regular intervals.
Who in the world would make such a frail child join this experiment? What was Huan thinking?
No one forced me into this. I volunteered.
Yeah, that's what they all say. The things some people do for money.
Huh?
Once you get the injection, you'll feel a burning sensation right in your stomach. It's going to hurt. That's all normal, though, so don't worry. If you don't feel like you can handle it, don't hesitate to come tell me.
Okay.
After each injection comes a brief rest period, followed by a meal that's part of a prescribed diet.
It feels like my insides are on fire.
An unfamiliar pain surges up from within her body. Still, Laplace forces the food into her mouth. She finds it bearable so long as she thinks of it as one of the steps towards becoming a hero.
Are you talking to me?
You're the one the CEO gave special permission to be on the project, aren't you?
Well, I don't know who the CEO is, but I do think they gave me special permission to join.
I see. What made you come here?
I came to become a hero. It's amazing that there are this many people who also want to be heroes.
What?
I'm here to become a hero. Aren't you?
Oh, I see. You really are as strange as the rumors say.
I'm strange?
It's nothing. Enjoy your meal.
The nervous girl hurries off. Before long, she starts to hear whispers all around her. She's a weirdo. She's only here because of favoritism. She's got a hero complex. She's an attention seeker. She was gaslit into being here. Everyone clamors on about her, judging her through whatever their favorite lens happened to be. It all carries a malice very familiar to her. As Laplace goes to set down her tray, someone trips her.
Oh, sorry. I mistook you for a twig instead of a person.
Are you sure no slop today? Maybe. It depends how long this takes. Because it is getting late, but I'll try.
I'm surprised you actually hit the ground. I thought maybe you'd grab onto some of the strings you pulled to get in here.
The woman
I
giggles.
see. It seems even a place that makes heroes has villains in it.
What?
A villain like you must never be allowed to become a hero. Heroic retribution!
Laplace lunges at the woman wearing a ribbon.
You two, over there! Stop it!
After the meal comes physical training.
If all they need is our brains, then why do we have to do all this?
Seriously, ugh. I feel like I'm burning up from the inside out.
Laplace is last among all the candidates, struggling harder than anyone's just to keep running.
Look at her. She's practically dying.
She's the CEO's favorite, right? The one who attacked that girl earlier.
Looks like favoritism doesn't make the training any easier.
People sneer at the feeble Laplace as they pass her. Her body, battered from the fight earlier, throbs all over. She's run out of stamina and feels like she might pass out. But Laplace grits her
I
teeth.
have to endure. I have to overcome it.
After training ends, there's another short rest, followed by another meal. At least she's getting fed. Then more training, and finally Laplace practically collapses as she goes to bed. No matter what she does, the pain inside her never subsides. A week passes. At some point, Laplace realizes the stares and whispers directed at her are gone. The malice towards her for being the CEO's favorite has faded as well. Partly because everyone is in too much pain to have any spare energy for tormenting others. And partly because some have given up and left the project, unable to stand the pain.
I have to endure. I've dealt with this amount of pain my whole life.
Semi-auto 50 cal sniper? I didn't know that. She ate more here than ever before, so I see no issues. True.
I can do it. I can do it.
Laplace grits her teeth. Even if just for Suen, who believe in her. She wants to overcome this trial, no matter what it takes. Another week passes. The pain inside her is so fierce at this point that she can't sleep at night. Every time it keeps her up, she watches Ultra Hero on the TV in her room.
The hero has arrived!
The hero has arrived.
Let's go, fellow heroes! Onwards!
I knew it. Getting hold of the trilogy before coming in here was the right call.
And so she endures the pain day after day, until the last test finally comes to an end. Of all the candidates that started, only 40 remain.
Let's show them the power of flowers.
Damn.
Maybe coral pancake?
These for parfait?
I'm glad you're safe. Mission
Okay, I
complete.
ran out of tickets.
How many are left?
40.
That's fewer than I expected.
It is what it is. Ordinary resolve
You get
can't get you
Marciana?
through
No.
that kind of pain. Oh, but did you hear? She made it.
Who are you talking about?
That Laplace kid. She scored the worst on all the physical tests, but even still, she made it through them.
She did?
Yeah, go figure.
That brat. If there's one thing she's got, it's endurance. How are the body makers? Do you think it'll turn out okay?
What do you mean?
The production of the prototype bodies. When you loaded the blueprints, there weren't any problems or anything. Were there?
No, none. As for whether it'll actually work out, though, it's hard to say. All we've done so far are simulations, so we won't really know until we run it for real. But I'm sure it'll be fine. You should have some faith in your own design.
How could I?
Come on. You're not the little kid you used to be. You've done plenty as the CEO by now. Surely you realize how solid that blueprint you created was.
Was it, though?
Get rid of it. Are you deaf? I said get that out of my sight.
Still thinking about what happened that day?
No, I just remembered something else.
Suen, trust your own judgment. You're no longer that little girl. You're the CEO of Masilis.
You think I don't know that?
I want this project to convince you of it. To show you that we weren't wrong that day.
Maxwell.
And hey, the project's come this far, right? There's no turning back now. What's done is done. So let's trust our past selves and give it everything we've got.
That's true. Yeah, I'm the CEO. I'm the CEO of MATIS now. I can do this.
On the day Project MATIS is set to produce its first round of prototype bodies, numerous researchers bustle about inside the MATIS lab. Laplace gazes at the enormous machine before her.
This is the machine that'll make me a hero. So all I need to do is climb in here and I'll become a hero? Am I supposed to picture the kind of hero I want to be? I don't know.
Laplace raises her hand.
I have a question.
At a time like this, what is it?
While I'm inside this, should I be imagining the kind of hero I want to become?
There's no need to force yourself to come up with some ideal image. In fact, you don't have to think about anything at all. Once you're inside the capsule, you'll fall asleep right away. And once we inject the nymph, the body will form on its own.
I see. Thanks for the answer.
Now that it seems your nerves have settled. Number 100, Laplace. Please step into capsule number 1.
Okay.
Number 1. Hell yeah, to be the number 1 hero of the arc. Damn, couldn't they give her like a shower first? What the hell? Laplace steps towards the capsule as she tries to calm her pounding heart. And looks down at her own hands, knowing it will be the last time she'll ever see them. She sees small, frail hands, scarred by the hardship of the world. Etching that light into her mind one last time, Laplace clenches her fists.
It's time to become a hero.
She holds on to that thought as she surrenders herself to the capsule.
Subject has entered the capsule.
Blueprint parameters have been applied.
What's the energy status of the body makers?
All clear. No anomalies.
Good. Suen, all preparations are complete.
All right.
Suen looks at the 8 enormous machines lined up in the lab. She closes her eyes.
What childish nonsense. You've squandered not
Come
only
on,
the
don't
company's
back up
time,
now.
but
Don't
its
back down
manpower
now.
as well.
Don't think about it, just do it. Her father's words from that day still ring vividly in her ears.
I want this project to convince you of it. To show you that we weren't wrong that day.
Pushing her unease into a far corner of her mind, Suen opens her eyes.
Begin.
At Suen's signal, the body makers roar to life. A deep mechanical hum fills the air. The production of the MATIS prototype body begins. Laplace opened her eyes in the capsule. Wondering if the experiment is over, she tries to turn her head. But her head has been fastened down, and she can't move. Then, through the droning hum of the machine,
It worked.
she hears the voice of people celebrating. In the midst of her confusion, the capsule opens. Dazzling light pours into the capsule.
Please step out once the safety locks release.
The restraints come undone, and Laplace steps out from the capsule.
Whoa.
What is that? That's not Laplace that I know. Laplace, wait, Laplace has a tail? Like the OG Laplace? What the fuck? For the first time in her life, the act of breathing feels effortless. Her body feels lighter than it ever has. She senses an energy boiling up within her that she's never felt before.
This must be the power of a hero.
Laplace turns her head and searches for Siwan.
It worked. It actually worked?
She's still small.
See? I told
yeah.
you it'd be alright.
She's a bit bigger than before.
Like I said, have more faith in yourself.
You're right. It worked. I knew it. Creating a hero Nikke really was possible. I did it, Maxwell.
Maxwell gives Siwan a pat on the back.
Great job, Siwan.
Yeah.
Siwan!
Laplace flashes Siwan a wide grin and gives her a thumbs up.
What's with that goofy grin?
Seeing Laplace's face, Siwan smiles back. In that moment, the first experiment officially became a success. What about the others? Imagine all the others fucking die. Maybe. I don't know. So, where is the people from the other 7 capsules? I think they are doing like one at a time now. Gamba. I'll try. Maybe I'll get the new Laplace. Also, how the fuck do I get the OG Laplace? Because the new one doesn't look like the OG one. The new one is the upgraded version.
I look forward to welcoming the morning with
Pixel 3 made a video? Video on what?
Fire it well. Take them down quickly!
I'm glad you're safe. Mission complete.
Shop. Let's see. Now Gamba, I will. I am able. No, I don't have the guarantee yet. Veganese is the goat. Which one? Which anise though? We have like 3 different like anise. You get Marciana again? No, I didn't get Marciana, bro. Shut up. Is she even meta? I don't think she's meta. She's just hot. Maxwell is? This Maxwell is meta? Really? I'm back. I was ganked for a second there. Laplace side profile while shooting is cute though. Let me see. Let me see what she looks like actually. Will the future game that NIKKE devs made based on NIKKE or future IP? It's a different IP. It's not based on NIKKE. But I wish they would make like, goddamn, bro. She does look pretty cool. What about Maxwell? Let's see, Maxwell, but even better, really? Oh, when we get to see.
Let me recharge for a bit.
Okay, Maxwell looks good. Okay, let's do these 3 pools that we have here. She looks the same. No, she doesn't, bro. What the hell? The hell are you smoking, bro? Okay. Do we finish the event or do we do react slop? I know what you guys are going to say. Oh, fucking viewers. This is a hentai game? No, it's the best gacha game known to man. Slop.
Fully active.
Okay, fine. Fine. You guys want slop? We'll do some slop. We didn't know Chinese CNZ look like that. What? What is the best game to ever exist? Bro. First one? Okay, fine. You guys want to see this one, right?
Is basically.
Okay. Let's watch this one. Is this the one that you guys want me to watch? Yeah? Oh god. Oh, watching this guy talk about PCs is going to give me like a headache, bro. I swear to God, I already know it.
He talked about.
So let's skip the intro.
This. We've got.
This is the intro, right? Yeah.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got ourselves a very interesting topic as it sort of relates to Wuthering Waves, and that is going.
Wait, let me start recording because I don't feel like recording this after. So let's see what Saint is saying here. I already know that watching this guy talking about PCs is going to give me a headache. And it's 53 minutes long. Like, holy. So we're going to try and skip a little bit. But we'll still try to know, like, what he's trying to say.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, today we've got ourselves a very interesting topic. As it sort of relates to Wuthering Waves, and that is going to be the topic of performance and optimization, right? We got
I don't know how he's going to like protect WUA in this situation because it's an established fact that Wuthering Waves suffers from optimization issues.
Pretty crazy video title over here called Wuthering Waves is slowly killing their players without them noticing. And you can see over here, there's a bunch of likes, not a particularly large number, but a significant number of dislikes, as well as a lot of comments in support in the comments.
Bro, it's like 4.2k against like 190. That's a pretty good ratio. And you can never trust the return dislike like thingy, because I have that and it's always wrong. It gives you like some kind of estimation, but it's always wrong.
As well as a lot of comments in support in the comments
What's up,
section,
Mosshead?
right? You can just kind of like look at it from like the top down. You can see the ad.
Yeah, blah blah blah.
A simple mattering what's in it because it's in is.
Let's skip to the video, bro. Shut up.
Over here, what there, and I assume.
Wait.
Then you leave it off for somewhat of an expert over here, so I'm starting to take him a bit more serious.
Let me see.
Like you kept FSR for
Wuthering Waves while testing GTX 1650,
but then you leave it off.
But then you leave it off for Cyberpunk while keeping the frame generation? Well, FSR is an upscaler, right? So it helps improve the FPS overall. Then you have like only the frame gen, which kind of doubles your frame. It's not really doubling, because if you have 30 frames and you turn on frame gen, it needs a little bit of an overhead, so it drops like 5 to 10 frames and then doubles that. So if you have 30, you will get like 50 FPS on average, because it's never really double. So bro is complaining that they had FSR on for Wuthering Waves but not frame gen, and in Cyberpunk they had frame gen. The thing is, I don't think Wuthering Waves, at least for this graphics card in specific, for old NVIDIA graphics cards, you have the FSR 3 option available, but I don't think you have the frame generation available. But what we can do, since bro should have tested it both at native resolution or just the same upscaler, okay, without frame gen, because with frame gen it's harder to like compare, but we can still do, and all we have to look at is the frame time graph, because the frame time graph will tell a bigger story than actual FPS. So let's see what bro has to say.
For Cyberpunk while keeping frame generation on. So FSR is AMD's frame.
So FSR is not brand specific. FSR 4 is, but FSR 3 and lower is not brand specific. So any card can run FSR. It's like TAA. So it's not brand agnostic. You know?
Generation technology that does not work on NVIDIA cards. And
who the fuck says NVIDIA? Who the fuck says NVIDIA, bro? NVIDIA. Like, what?
So, in like this example over...
Just from the way bro says NVIDIA, I feel like... I feel like actually, like, using Caitlin's passive on myself. Like, no joke. In-game, though.
Over here, what we're seeing is that we use frame generation technology for one of the games, but not for the other. And I assume that there were comparisons done between Cyberpunk 2077 and Wuthering Waves in the video. FSR works on the video. FSR is an upscaler. It works. I don't think it works on a 1650. Do you?
It works on a 1650. It's made to work on old as fuck hardware, bro.
You know what a 1650, like a 16 GTX R2.
Let me see. Let me skip this because
you of well, the test spec guys do want 19. So
yeah.
Let's get right.
It even rivals some of the AAA games.
Old cards
or gacha games.
So
that is impressive. This game is also known for its good combat, very cinematic.
So this is the OG video.
Over here. I think this is typically what occurs in pretty much all, I think, somewhat well-designed critique videos. You do want to make sure that you're, presenting a well-balanced point of view on the subject.
I've seen a lot of my friends quit the game despite all the good stuff I just mentioned about the game, and
because of performance, like, I'm gonna just say this as somebody that gets a lot of views in Wuthering Waves, like, that I would not say that people quitting because of performance or like quitting I've only seen it done performatively by like Hoyoverse players on Twitter. So I guess
no, a lot of people actually quit Wuthering Waves because of performance issues. Like someone that was able to run Wuthering Waves just fine in 2.x is actually having a harder time running Wuthering Waves in 3.x. Like, literally. The performance has gotten worse and worse. And you can feel it. You can feel, even on a good PC, you can feel like the clunkiness and the jittering of the game. It's not stable. Even at 60 FPS, the game is not stable. Like, actually, turning on frame gen actually makes the game more stable than without frame gen, which is fucking stupid. That's how much the game is unoptimized. That frame gen, something that it's supposed to increase latency, actually helps the game feel more stable. Like, how the fuck do you manage that?
Off the rip, it might have been interesting to see like some receipts. It might have been interesting to see like the actual comments or the messages to see how popular they are and how well agreed they are in the community. Because yeah, I mean, they like quitting over it though. I haven't really seen it that much. That's just personally what I'm saying.
Optimization. This game is infamous for being very unoptimized.
Where is this footage even from, bro?
A lot of people cannot play this game on their device
due Xbox.
To its very demanding game engine.
Yeah, we saw how the game was running on Huanglong. Well, it's not surprised that it's running like this in here.
Unreal Engine 4, like, I feel like there's no problem itself with Unreal Engine 4. There are games that are made using UE4 that looks absolutely amazing. And
this,
if you're going to account silent sites, your dad has find most from Wu and Genshin, yeah.
This doesn't even look real.
Runs smoothly as well, but most of the time a game that is made with UE4, it's always going to run into some optimization issue. It's the reason why people kind of like very skeptical with Unreal Engine 4. There's barely...
That's on the Xbox?
The thing about Unreal Engine 4 is that it's like every other engine. Every engine has limitations. And Unreal Engine 4, unfortunately, you feel it a lot more on the CPU. So you have to know what the fuck you are doing if you are going to make a game on Unreal Engine 4. A lot of games have come out with like some optimization issues on the CPU side of things because Unreal Engine 4 doesn't really handle CPU tasks like all that well. So what do the developers do? They fix it. Most of the games that came out with some kind of optimization issue related to the CPU, the devs actually went back and fixed it. Wuthering Waves has been out for over 2 years, and instead of fixing it, they are making it worse. Right? They are making it worse. So, it's not really an engine fault, it's the devs' fault for, first, they made the decision of making the game on Unreal Engine 4 without knowing its limitations. Two, if they did know its limitations, they completely ignored them. And then, after ignoring the limitations and getting feedback that the game runs like shit, they kept doubling down on it over and over and over and over again for over 2 years. So, of course, the game is going to be unoptimized as hell. Like, even on the lowest graphical settings possible, which the game looks like shit, it doesn't have shadows, it looks absolutely horrible, right? The game looks worse than vanilla Minecraft, by the way. That's how bad the game looks, and it still cannot run on like a low-end PC. Like, the game looks absolutely horrendous and cannot run on a low-end PC. If the game at the lowest settings was like, oh, it's kind of like Enfield, kind of like NTE, where the lowest settings still look pretty good, right? It would make sense that the game would be, yeah, a little bit more heavy. But lowest settings in Wuthering Waves makes the game look absolutely shit. And it still cannot run on a low budget PC. And I don't say low budget as in like a 10-year-old already low budget at the time PC with like a 1030, right? I'm talking about like a 1650, a 1060, which is like a GPU that a lot of people still have. Maybe even a 1080, which is a very good GPU from back in the day. Maybe a 3050, a 3060. You know, even a 4060 has a hard time running the game. A 4060, which is like a pretty good GPU, right? A pretty good mid to low range GPU that a lot of people are still buying to this day to play various kinds of games. And it should be a very solid 1080p GPU. So, how the fuck does WUWA not run on that? How the fuck does WUWA struggle to run on that without upscaling and frame gen? That's the thing. Can't Kuro just migrate to Unreal Engine 5 instead of staying? Migrating takes a lot of work. Migrating does take a lot of work. And especially since they modified the engine like so much, it's harder. It's possible, but it is hard.
The Xbox runs AAA games on 30 FPS? Oh, so the Xbox is just dog shit. Like isn't the Xbox...
Xbox is stronger than PlayStation. Xbox has always had better hardware than PlayStation because Xbox has always come out after PlayStation, by the way. So Xbox always has better hardware than PlayStation. The thing is, Kuro just didn't optimize the game for Xbox. They just made a shitty port and call it a day. And we're like, yeah, the players can figure it the fuck out.
It's literally just a dog shit console compared to the PS5. That's why everyone...
You can say that about the games that it has, but neither PS5 or Xbox have many games in them. Like, the PS5 has basically no games. That's the meme that people talk about. Xbox is a more powerful hardware, though. I don't know about the PS5 Pro. The PS5 Pro might be better in terms of hardware, but it's not that much better.
It has a PS5 and not the Xbox Series S? Yeah, I guess that's the thing, is that, like, an Xbox is technologically inferior to a PS5. I think everyone knows that, yeah.
Any people making a video about this, like any Wuthering Wave
Xbox has backwards this compatibility.
And then as soon as someone talk about it, the comments are going to attack them, saying like, "Oh, just buy a new PC." It's basically the same argument like, if you're homeless, just buy a house. So in today's video,
if you're homeless, just buy a house, bro.
I'm going to make a...
Well, I guess this is the thing. In some situations, buying a PC, buying a new PC or a new console is 100% the answer. And
there are, here I agree with him. There are some circumstances, there are some situations where you just can't, you just have to accept that you're not going to be able to run certain games on certain hardware. For example, if you have a PC which has like, which is like 10 years old, you have a 1050 Ti in it, or a 1050, have an old ass like Ryzen 1400 in it, right, with like 8 gigabytes of RAM, you're not expecting to run like that many games. You probably can't even run Genshin, right, or at like mid settings. So someone with that kind of hardware obviously is not thinking about like, oh, I'm going to run Cyberpunk, I'm going to run Neverness to Everness, I'm going to run, I don't know, God of War or some shit like that, right? Someone with that kind of hardware understands that the problem is not the game, it's actually their hardware. But the problem here with Wuthering Waves is that people have good hardware that can run more demanding games than Wuthering Waves, but Wuthering Waves still runs worse than those games. That's the issue that people are having. People that say, oh, Wuthering Waves runs like shit, like most of those people can run other games that are more demanding, like Cyberpunk and stuff like that, while Wuthering Waves just feels bad to play. Even at 60 FPS, Wuthering Waves just feels bad to play because it's so unstable.
This is one situation where
and the prices are crazy right now.
Buying a new one is probably the legitimate answer. Are you ready for it? If you're using a GTX 1650, yes, if your graphics card came out on here, maybe it's a good idea to get a new one. Where it debuted at 149 USD. Yes, a $150 graphics card from 2019. Just so you know, this means it has sucked ass since it was made. A 149 debuting graphics card is not good. It is not going to be good in any game. It is going to be like a...
Okay, I see something. Is a 1650, right? Okay. $1650. Guys, look at this. Are you guys seeing this? I'm going to zoom in. So, the NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650 is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place in the Steam hardware survey of July 2026. It's in 7th place. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is it unreasonable to ask that a fucking gacha game that looks like absolute dog shit in the lowest settings possible would be able to run at least like at a stable frame rate on a 1650? Is it unreasonable? Because even most AAA games, even most games that are coming out right now that have better graphics than Wuthering Waves, still are able to somewhat run on a 6050 on a stable frame rate at least. Right? Like a lot of games have like a 1650 as like the minimum requirement. Actually, let me check what the minimum requirement for Wuthering Waves is. Let's check the minimum requirements for Wuthering Waves. Where it be here. So NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060. So the minimum requirements is a 1060. Let's see how a 1650 compares. 1650 against a 1060. Let's do, I don't know, does it say what, like which one? It just says 1060, so even Bua doesn't know which one it is. The 3 GB version and the 6 GB version are completely different cards, by the way. So saying 1060 doesn't help when you have to specify how many gigabytes. Because I know they both are called 1060, but they are completely different cards. Okay? So let's go for the 6 gigabytes. So the 1060 is better than the 1650. What about the 1060 3 gigabytes? I'm suppose it's going to be a little bit better still. So it's almost the same. It's 6.9% faster. So we are not expecting it to run, right? Absolutely, absolutely. Let me see, does it say like how it runs? So at 1060, it doesn't say how many FPS it runs. I would expect this. It doesn't say that you need upscaler. It doesn't say that you need frame gen. It doesn't say anything of the sort. So I would expect a GTX 1060 to run at low settings, native at 60 FPS. So a okay. So a 1650 GTX 1650, I would expect it to run at a stable at least 30 FPS. But I would not expect it to run. I would not expect it to actually run. But we are comparing
mid-tier kind of like bad card for every game. And so,
I think the
like,
minimum requirement is whichever GPU can do more than 12 FPS. No, we have to look at the... we actually have to look at the minimum requirements. Because 1650 is under the minimum requirements. So I would not expect it to run the game very well. But we'll see like how it looks. And if it is because of the graphics card or not. Because sometimes you can go a bit lower than the minimum requirements. But you shouldn't be complaining too much if you are trying to play a game under the minimum requirements and the game doesn't run. I'm sure this is not the only graphics card he's going to be testing, but yes, I would not expect a 1650 to run the game.
Settings. With decent FPS, yes, bro, you will need to get a new graphics card if you're still using something like this. Or you're gonna be playing the game on low at like 30 FPS, but it's a 7-year-old card that released at $150 with 4 gigabytes of VRAM. That's the bottom of the bottom tier, the budget of the budget. You use this to make your
X3D CPU can make the game perform better. An X3D CPU costs more than my graphics card, and I have a RX 7800 XT. 16 gigabytes.
Son's your 10-year-old son's gaming computer that he plays like fucking Pal World on, bro. I don't know.
Bro, Pal World. I think Pal World requires like higher hardware even. GTX 1660, bro. Minimum requirements. for Palworld. And contrary to Wuthering Waves, Palworld is actually pretty well optimized.
Oh,
I'm going to showcase
Power is probably too much.
3 NVIDIA GPUs here.
A lot of people can't afford higher than a GTX 1050. If you can't afford higher than a GTX 1050, you know you're not going to be able to play a lot of games. Right? You just know you're not going to be able to play a lot of games. Not every game needs to run on a potato. It is what it is. Not every game needs to run on a potato.
Starting from the GTX 16 series, RTX 30 series, and
Wuthering Waves just runs bad in every kind of hardware. It is what it is. So he's testing a 1650, a 3080, and a 4060.
RTX 40 series. I'm going to.
So let's see on the hardware chart. So a 3060 is the most used GPU. So we can see here that he's going to try a 3080, which is a lot better than a 3060. And then a 4060, which is the third most used GPU. So let's see how those fare.
I think it would have been fair to have AMD comparisons as well, but I'm assuming that he has like all of this in the same rig and he's been switching out the graphics card.
Compare this game performance in all.
AMD doesn't really matter in this, like, in this case.
3 of these graphics. I'm actually planning to include more GPU, actually up to 50 series, but I couldn't find anyone to help me with that. So
Wait, okay, so that's where these benchmarks are already fucked because they're not in a controlled environment, and it sounds like he's just getting people with certain PC specs to run the game and then have a program running in the background. So basically what this means is that they're all on different systems with different controls, different settings, different antiviruses, different stuff in the back.
Different antiviruses? What? Who the fuck uses a like random ass antivirus in like 2026? Just use the Windows one. It's the best one.
Background, and so
like
there could
non-ironically.
be so many other things influencing the results if it's not in a controlled environment, all on the same computer with like. Do you guys get what's happening over here? Basically, I could have a bunch of like fucking malware on my PC and then be running this test, and then the results would be fine.
Oh, you can have like malware, but shut the fuck up, bro. No one is as retarded as you to click on the get a bigger PP link on your porn site, bro. Like, shut the fuck up, man.
And he would
what the hell?
Do you see what happens?
I don't know what bro is on about.
Am I bringing up illegitimate concerns? Let's take a step back for a second. Am I bringing up illegitimate fake concerns that are like
everyone will have a browser tab open, everyone will have like Discord open and shit like that?
Not real? Or am I truly just taking a critical lens in an appropriate situation? I think it's the latter. Because to me, it sounds like he's just asking people.
He's already like disapproving of the benchmarks before he saw the benchmarks. Avast was spyware. Every antivirus software that you have, it's just adware and spyware on your PC. Don't uninstall everything, just keep Windows Defender. It's the best anti-malware software, and it's just there.
If they have these specs and then saying, hey, can you run this frame tracking program in your game and then send it to me? It needs to be the same PC with different GPUs set up in a stable environment with no programs running in the background, same exact stuff, same processes, open up Task Manager, make sure everything's... You get what's happening, right?
So I can only make the benchmark on 30 series and 40 series. Shout out to 2 of my friends, Wavy and Loka, for helping me with this video. Thanks.
What is he going to say? Like, oh my god, he didn't specifically buy 2 GPUs to like record this? What?
Like, hey, do you have these specs, bro? Can you just...
To them, I'm able to do this video.
specifically with my programs, with my stuff, and everything on my fucking computer in the fucking background. Fucking got fucked. It's like there was even like matter. This is like conclusions.
Can bro stop yapping and let's get to the fucking
GTX 16
benchmark? Like,
I'm gonna show you guys my device info. This is what.
So GTX 1650, 4GB VRAM, a Ryzen 5 3550H, and 24GB of memory. It's running on an SSD and DirectX 11. So I'm not expecting the game to run very well.
Working with here AMD Ryzen 5 GTX
it has a lot of memory.
1650. I'm playing this game with DX11 because the performance will be even worse on DX12. 24GB of DDR4 RAM and 4GB of VRAM.
This is basically, if you're trying to use a machine like this is a piece of shit computer. I would not be surprised if this laptop, bro, I actually want to look up how much this laptop is.
It is a very weak PC.
Ryzen 5 with the yeah, no.
Fix I'm running here. Everything
frame
is
rate
on low.
60, everything is on low.
I would hope.
Just look how the game just see how the game looks. Look at this shit. Look how bad the game actually looks.
4 gigs of RAM. You've got 4 gigs of VRAM. That's why the FPS is not, because any game with RAM.
I cannot even reach 60 FPS. And when I don't need the bike, you
have 4 gigs of RAM. You've got 4 gigs of VRAM. That's...
Okay, he corrected himself. I hope he meant to say like 4GB of VRAM. Because bro has 24GB of RAM.
That's why the FPS is not, because any game with... Bro, you can't even run Google Chrome on this computer. Bro, Google Chrome would run out of memory on this computer.
See the FPS dropping to...
What? Is bro actually retarded? Google Chrome doesn't use VRAM. Google Chrome uses RAM. If you look at here, he has 24GB of memory. So, I don't know what bro is on about.
Computer costs like less than...
Like, this computer is a pretty good work computer that has some gaming capabilities.
Like half or a quarter of a graphics card.
I would not be surprised if this was like a work computer and that someone would occasionally game on it. Maybe play some Anfield, maybe play some League of Legends or some shit like that, you know?
I'm gonna show you guys the graphics I'm running here. And here, idling.
So, what is he using?
I enable FSR for performance here.
So, rendering thing. Everything on Giga low.
Idling around, I cannot even reach 60.
Does bro not have FSR? Wait, what?
I think phones run the game better.
I enable FSR for performance
here. Okay, bro. He enabled FSR. I don't see it because this retard is on the way.
Idling around, I cannot even reach 60 FPS. And when I don't need the bike, you
have 4 gigs of RAM. You've got 4, even right.
See the FPS dropping to 20.
Don't look at the FPS. Forget about the FPS. Okay? Forget about the FPS. Look at the frame time. Just look at the frame time. That's what we're going to compare. That's what I did when I benchmarked Wooden Waves against Arknight's Enfield, and that's the best way to compare. Look at the dips and look at the dips on the frame time. That's how you find stutters and instability in the game, because you can be running the game at locked 30 FPS and it actually feels okay to play and it's playable, or you can be playing at 30 FPS and be completely unplayable. It depends on how stable the frames are.
30 just by idling, it barely reached 50. I'm just idling here. I'm not doing...
This thing would have 50 FPS in Chrome.
Doing anything. Then I'm gonna drive around for a bit.
So look at the frame time spiking to 50 milliseconds. That's a big ass stutter right there.
You can already see the stutter.
Like
18
yep.
FPS there, y'all can see it.
Yep.
27, 26.
Keep spiking to
barely
50.
reaching 30, by the way.
Like 42.
This is on the lowest of lows graphics. I crack it all.
Look how bad the game looks. Are you telling me that the PS1 looking ass game runs like this?
All the way down.
So basically, we've used one of the worst computers on the planet.
Still impossible to reach at least 50 FPS. At least.
I don't think this would run any game decently.
50 FPS. Now,
and he is running on a, and he is using FSR. So VRAM shouldn't really be a problem because he's running the game in such a low resolution that it shouldn't really be a problem for this kind of game. But he might still be running out of VRAM, and well,
some of you guys are probably
going to
say, oh, the reason why it's like that because it's an old card. I'm going to prove you guys wrong in a moment, so I'm going to prove it. It's not the cards.
Yeah, it is an old card. I do not expect this card, as I said, to run Wuthering Waves very well because it's under the recommended or under the minimum specs. But let's see like the next cards because the other cards are on the recommended.
Well, it's more like the game optimization. 23 FPS, 21, 18. You can't even load the trees. I have to like wait for a bit here. It is. I have to wait.
Bro, it doesn't even. But okay, this might be because he's running out of VRAM.
The GPU is also undervolted. You know what? A consistent 75 degrees on your GPU sounds interesting because I think that's the idle temp of a lot of GPUs is 7.
What? Also, let me go to this side. Like, what the fuck? Stop sniffing me, bro. What? The idle temp, brother. If your GPU idle temp is 75 degrees, you have a problem. You have a problem, bro. What? Wait, is someone actually running a game with the specs under the minimum requirements? Is this guy retarded? He's trying a bunch of, well, setups, but this GPU is under the minimum specs. I would not expect the game to run. I mean, with the game running like looking like this, I would expect it to run on a potato, but it is under the minimum specs. So, I mean, it's no surprise that it can't run. Also, bro is running out of VRAM, so it makes sense that some stuff is not loading. But the real test starts when he actually gets a decent graphics card. I do agree that bro shouldn't have included this one, but it's an okay-ish comparison to make to see like how a game handles like under-spec'd PCs. Because I do think he's going to try to run Cyberpunk, though I think that the way he made the benchmark is a bit skewed. That's why I'm saying to not look at the FPS and look at the frame time.
The D5. I feel like GPUs typically run at a higher. That's normal for laptops, 75 at max load, and laptops 85s or 75. I don't.
Bro, if your GPU is idling at 75, get your PC checked, bro. What the hell?
I don't know. Mine runs 65 to 70. It's higher than that. 80 Celsius is normal. So people are saying this could be an undervolted GPU as well.
It's not an undervolted GPU. He's getting bottlenecked by the CPU. So it's not pushing the GPU to its absolute max.
Which I guess makes sense if it's a $200, $300 laptop, right? You probably don't want it to blow up. I mean, You overclocking a $300 laptop, bro?
You said 75 cells? Yeah. Also, underclocking and undervolting are very different things. So you can achieve like the same FPS with underclocking. Underclocking, you usually do it for, well, maybe a little bit more stability. Undervolting, you do it to get cooler temps and lower energy consumption without really reducing the performance of the graphics card. But it can become a little bit unstable, so you have to know what you are doing. I do not think this is undervolted or underclocked.
God, this is barely playable.
I think this is just
it's
the
like
game not being
FPS
able to handle the GPU very well.
That,
because the game simply cannot use the GPU efficiently. I have a Ryzen 7600 and a RX 7800 XT. The game cannot use my GPU efficiently.
Average FPS, especially this new area Mongzhou, is 30 FPS to 20 to 10 to 18. I'm going to show you guys something. So I'm just going to idle here and then look at this.
Guys,
yeah,
there are a lot of other elements.
But you guys just have to look at the frame time. The frame time kept spiking to 50, so to around 40 and 50.
Upgrading your first than 4 cores and 2.1.
Yeah, bro is getting fuck, I just said the words. Did I blank? The GPU is going to turn into a pipe bomb at Temperado. So he's getting bottlenecked by the CPU. That's why the GPU is not pushing itself as hard.
Gigahertz base speed. Y'all act like this ain't the norm outside the US. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. If the norm is using 8-year-old fucking lowest budget, like 8-year-old.
It harms his point doing that. Yes, I believe he shouldn't have used this GPU, and I believe that the comparison that he made with Cyberpunk is not fair. But we can still take some information out of it, if you know what I mean. So, Sentontas is kind of retarded. We all know that. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But we can look at the original video and still take some information, even if the process of the benchmarks are not really like up to standard when it comes to benchmarking. For example, on his comparison between Within Waves and Cyberpunk, bro had FSR in Within Waves activated, but in Cyberpunk he had frame gen activated, which will make it seem like Cyberpunk is running at a much higher frame rate than Within Waves. While that is not the true, Cyberpunk does run at a more stable frame rate, even though it's around the same FPS.
Like, this was cheap
but we will get to it.
The barrel 8 years ago.
Sky. I'm not doing anything, just look at this.
Cyberpunk 2077 still runs like hot shit. What, on this benchmark that he's making? We'll see. I haven't seen it. We'll see.
Sky. Wait for a second.
Okay, I think I can skip through some of this part. Let's get into the actual analysis over here of the specs.
This card is not meant to play Cyberpunk, by the way.
Yeah. So Cyberpunk has the same minimum requirements, but at least it specifies that it needs the 6 GB version. So it has mostly the same minimum requirements as the Within Waves.
Cyberpunk need at least 6 GB of VRAM to run it properly. So I'm going to show you guys here.
He's going to play Cyberpunk
this is
now.
Everything on low. Look at my FPS. 60, 61, 50.
Forget about the FPS. Here, he's actually not running at native 60 FPS. He's running at around 35 to 40 FPS. Why 35 to 40? Shouldn't it be 30? No, because frame gen needs a little bit of overhead. So it hits your main performance and then doubles what's left. So if you're running the game at 30, it will take away 5 to 10 FPS and then double what's left, because it needs that little headroom to do the actual like processing of the doubling of the FPS. So if he was running at 30, he would have doubled it to 40 or 45. Since he's running it at around 35 to 40, he's actually doubling it to 60. But don't look at the FPS, look at the frame time graph, because since he's running frame gen, the delay in between each frame should be higher than what we have in Wuthering Waves, but it's actually not. It's lower from what I see. We still have to like test more, just like a freeze frame is not going to cut it, but we'll see. Does he ever state what graphical setting he's using? Yes, he does. Everything was on low with FSR in Wuthering Waves, and everything is on low with FSR frame gen option in Cyberpunk.
This is in a very highly populated area, by the way. This is in Night City right here. How can I run this?
What do you mean highly populated? There's no fucking people here because you...
Cars have people in them, by the way.
This game better than...
Wait, where's the population? I don't see a single person...
And obviously, it's like set to lowest.
I think I saw one person the entire segment.
Wuthering Wave. It's insane to me. So I'm gonna show you...
Wait. There was nobody there!
Guys...
There was cars, and cars have people in them.
My settings here. This is my settings.
But he could have gone to a different place.
1080p.
Okay, so this is the take I'm going to make here. This game isn't on the same engine.
So? What?
As Wuthering Waves either. And I guess this is where the frame gen got turned on. Oh, was the guy tripping? Did he mean that the frame gen was turned on for Cyberpunk and not for Woo-Wah? Wait, let me see. Is there frame gen here? Wait, did he turn Woo-Wah's frame gen on?
RAM is on low.
I don't think Woo-Wah has the option.
Wait, we need to look to see if his frame gen is on.
Fix some running here.
VSync, effects quality, FSR on.
FSR is on.
Everything is on.
I don't think Wuthering Waves has the frame gen option
low
in this card.
Is it working though?
Oh,
yes, it is working. You can see that it's working by how shit the game looks.
Disable almost every settings here.
And frame gen is turned off?
I enable FSR for more performance here. Idling.
FSR doesn't mean frame gen is on. There's no frame gen. Oh, FSR is on the 1650, but there's no frame gen on that FSR. Gotcha. Okay, so it's like a... Okay. Oh.
He's kind of right. Comparing Unreal Engine 4 to the Red engine is... In-house game engines will be better than using Unreal. It depends on the competency of the devs. It depends on the competency of the devs, because not every... You still need to optimize the game. For example, you can look at Capcom. Look at Capcom. The Monster Hunter is running on their own proprietary engine. And that game, when it launched, it ran like absolute dog shit, bro. Like absolute dog shit. It was like incredibly unoptimized. And I could still play it better than I played Wuthering Waves, by the way. Which is kind of funny. So the engine itself is not an excuse. It only means that the devs have to optimize the game in different ways. And obviously, a game being more demanding doesn't mean being less optimized. I already gave this example like a lot of times. So if you look at Minecraft, and if you look at Red Dead Redemption. Like, which game is less optimized? Like, can you tell me which game is less optimized, Minecraft or Red Dead Redemption? Because the answer is always Minecraft. Minecraft is the less optimized game, but it's the less demanding. Being less demanding doesn't mean like more optimized. You know what I'm trying to get at? Like, Red Dead Redemption is more demanding of a game, but it's better optimized. The new DLC for The Witcher so significantly increased the minimum requirements. I don't know, I haven't looked into it. The reason why Wilds runs bad is because that engine can handle the world having no loading screens. Yeah. Guess what? Because the devs ignored the engine limitations, right? That's the same thing that Wuthering Waves devs are doing. They are ignoring the limitations of the engine. That's why it's a problem. It's not because, oh my god, the engine is so hard to optimize. No, the devs are just ignoring the limitations of it.
Okay, all right. Now let's review this one again. Game gen is bullshit. That's what people are saying. I can't confirm
this card.
Don't look at the FPS, look at the frame time. This benchmark is skewed, is done wrong, okay? This benchmark is done wrong and shouldn't even be made in the first place. I don't know what's the point of this, because, well, the graphics card is under the minimum specs for both games. But if this is trying to get like a W on WUA, I mean, it's in bad taste. We can still take information out of it, but we shouldn't grab it and run with it, because this card is not supposed to be able to run either game.
It's not even reaching the minimum requirement to run this game. It can still...
You didn't reach the minimum requirements to run Wuthering Waves either. Like, I'm watching the video of the benchmark, and I'm watching Saint react to it. So I don't agree with one or the other. Personally, I have my own opinion on it. But Saint is not completely wrong, but the guy is also not completely wrong. Fake frames, yeah, hell yeah, fake frames.
So the GPU here is at 83 degrees Celsius, and at WUWA was in 70. 83 on the C.
That just means that Cyberpunk is pushing the GPU harder.
CPU and GPU, and then in WUWA...
It's less limited on the CPU.
It's at fucking 10 degrees lower. It's like 7 or 8 degrees lower in WUWA. I'm gonna be honest. The other one is 8 degrees higher. Did he revolt it for Cyberpunk 2? Wait. It looks like he literally overclocked his laptop just for Cyberpunk in this footage. Wait, so this guy not only has frame gen...
Okay. So, how the fuck do I explain this to like a retard like this? So you can see here, the CPU is at 58%, right? But that doesn't mean that it's not bottoming out a core. So if you bottom out like a single core on your CPU, the overall percentage is not going to hit 100%, right? It's going to bottom out at like a certain percentile depending on how many cores it has. So the CPU is bottoming out a single core, like 100% here. Right? That's why it's not like a higher percentage, because it's bottoming out a single core, and it cannot go higher than that. And because it's doing that, it's limiting the GPU, so it's not pushing the GPU too hard. Here, bro should have had the the GPU like percentage, like usage percentage. I don't know why he doesn't have it, but he should have it here, because it's not going to be 100%. Like most of the time, it's going to be dropping below 90% because the CPU is the one bottoming out. If you look at Cyberpunk, you see that the CPU is at 90-70%. Why is it at 97%? Because the game, or the game engine itself, is better to, well, use more of your CPU. If you're using more of your CPU, it pushes your graphics card higher. It pushes your graphics card much, much more, because you're actually using the full potential of your CPU, pushing your graphics card. If you're pushing your graphics card, you're going to get higher temperatures. It's not hard to understand that.
It looks like he literally overclocked his laptop just for Cyberpunk in this footage. Wait, so this guy not only has...
So he's blaming the guy for underclocking and overclocking. He doesn't need to do that.
But that's what it looks like at least. Maybe Woo-Wah was on battery mode. And this one was utilization, 50%. Temperature, 75. Then you get to the Cyberpunk gameplay and
So he's just proving my point right. CPU utilization in within Waves is at 50% because it's bottoming out a single core and it cannot push higher than that. Since Cyberpunk doesn't bottom out a single core, it pushes the CPU higher, which pushes the GPU higher.
Truly, to me, it looks like...
Yeah, that's an engine limitation. It's not because of the DAMs themselves. So the Within Waves will always use less CPU. Will always use like less cores than something like Cyberpunk. But that's not an excuse to have a badly optimized game, because they can still circumvent it. They can still play around it, which they have not, and they have ignored it. That's the problem I have with Within Waves. It's not like, oh, they're only using one core. Bro, yes, they're only using one core, or mostly one core, because it's not true that they only use one core. They use mostly one core, but they also use others. It's just that they are ignoring the limitation and not doing anything about it, because they can do stuff about it. They just refuse to.
His PC simply just doing more in Cyberpunk.
This is in the main city right here.
It just looks...
And by the way, Unreal Engine 5 suffers from the same issue, by the way. NTE still runs great.
It's like his PC's working a lot harder here. It looks like it's on like fucking halftime here. What the...
So let's go to the next setup.
Overvolting, it could be overvolting, right? This or but now people might think he is because he explained things so poorly. Because he's hiding the information and it's not known, you can have a negative or a positive opinion on it.
True. I actually agree with Saint here. I don't always disagree with Saint just because he's Saint. I actually agree with Saint. The benchmark should have been done with a lot more information. This information is not enough. It shouldn't have been done with FSR or any kind of upscaling or frame generation. Should have been done with the actual standard resolution, with native resolution, because it just says FSR on. You don't know it, for example, in Within Waves, if it's on performance mode, if it's in quality mode, we don't know. So why are we using FSR? If you're not going to specify what kind of FSR option you're going to use, or if you're going to activate frame gen in one and not in the other, like, just don't do the benchmark to begin with, because you're skewing the results. The results are not going to be accurate, okay? And if you're going to use an under-spec GPU, at least be honest about it, because it's under-spec for both games.
That I'm not aware of. It could be undervolting, it could be overvolting, right? It could be a CPU bottleneck, it could be not. We don't actually...
I'm not saying that Within Waves performance is or should be better than I mean, it should be better than Cyberpunk. It isn't, It isn't. That's the point he's trying to make. But using this card to represent it is wrong.
Actually, no. So, like, you can't really make any conclusions from this one. And that's what I'm trying to say. Without the controls and without knowing what variables getting changed, you can't just say that Cyberpunk's optimization is better. There could be a lot
Cyberpunk optimization is indeed better.
of other stuff explaining this. And this is why, guys.
It wasn't at the beginning, but they fixed the game. They improved the optimization. And it actually is a pretty well optimized game that people usually use it on benchmarks because it's so stable.
People do experiments like this and they benchmark, they state all the parameters. Do you know why? Because in a similar way that he could be manipulating the data behind the scenes by undervolting or overvolting CPUs.
I don't believe bro is undervolting or overvolting. The game just isn't able to fully utilize hardware. That's the problem Wubo has. It's not able to fully utilize hardware.
That's a crazy thing to
let's go to the next
to make when your first PC test is one of the worst PCs you could use, where phones literally have better onto. Of course, okay. Looks like we
graphics card is
okay. Now we have a AMD Ryzen 7 5700X, pretty solid. NVIDIA RTX 3080, 10 gigabytes of VRAM and 32 gigabytes of memory.
RTX 3080, running this game on DX11, 32 gig.
Okay, this time he's running on DirectX 12.
Gigabyte card.
That's good.
Okay.
It's not even on the highest settings. This is bullshit. Turn this down. You don't need this at 16, bro. Bro thought he was slick. Don't run this at 16, bro. It doesn't make a difference and it just hurts your FPS. But whatever. Whatever. Let's ignore that. You know, that shouldn't be ignored, but it shouldn't affect like the FPS too much. If you're running on medium settings, you should still get like good FPS.
16x
on a 38.
anisotropic filtering and 1440p. You're running on 1440p, dude.
A 3080 is a 1440p card, or was a 1440p card, but should still be able to handle a game like this.
You're not going to get good FPS in 14.
But I think he's running with FSR on, so he's rendering the game at a lower resolution. So having it at 1440p with FSR on, or DLSS, excuse me, should still give more or less the same FPS as 1080p.
40p because, dude, yes, if you run, dude, do you know how much more pixels 1440 is compared to 1080? Bro.
Yeah, so I run all my games at 1440p. So, oh my god, much more pixels. Bro, if you had the VRAM for it, go for it. It doesn't affect much. Like, the only thing, most of the things that it affects is the VRAM usage. If you're not overspilling on VRAM, you are fine. You are fine. And he's using DLSS, so it doesn't matter.
3080 is not for 1440p. There's no graphics, bro. If you're gonna be running the game on 80, like guys, it's the whole fuck not smoother.
This bro.
Like people don't realize that. Like guys, it's all. Lot. Oh, there we go. It's so like, bro.
I was going to say something, but I'm not gonna say.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Performance right here.
So everything on medium, blah 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 blah. Let's see the actual like
all of their and so the
performance graphics right here. 45 FPS, 47, or 39.
Yep. Just look at the frame time graph and how it's very unstable. Don't look at the FPS themselves. Look at the frame time graph.
So, is a 3080 supposed to run at 38% utilization and 72 degrees Celsius? I'm gonna be honest here. That looks wrong. I know for a fact, for a PC, that's fucking low. There is something wrong with that one, bro. What? Bro, what is this benchmark? What the fuck even is that?
What, the CPU being only like 31%? You wanna know why? Because it's bottoming out a single core. That's why.
How do you get such low utilization?
And 38% is obviously because it's bottoming out a single core on the Ryzen 5700X. Therefore, what it's going to happen, it's not going to use the GPU, which in turn, well, will give you low FPS. But what's hindering the performance here is that his CPU bound. The CPU is the bottleneck, where it shouldn't be, because this CPU is more than enough to handle a 3080. So this is another case of Wuthering Waves not being able to manage the resources that it's given to run the game.
Temperature.
Imagine your dream.
You are bottlenecked like crazy somewhere.
It's because the game is not able to utilize fully the hardware. He's not bottlenecked. Well, obviously, everyone is bottlenecked somewhere. There's always a bottleneck, like in every system. But a 3080 shouldn't like have any problems running at 100% when paired up with a 5700.
He is buying RTX 3080 thinking, oh, I should be able to run Wuthering Wave perfectly fine with that card. Oh man.
So when we already have the suspicion that he's been undervolting and overclocking in the video, and now you see this, are you...
Let me specify this. Undervolting and underclocking your CPU and GPU will not affect the percentage of utilization. Like the utilization percentage will not get affected if you undervolt or underclock. So that has nothing to do with the percentage given here. Also, because the game cannot utilize the hardware efficiently, obviously you're going to get a lower temperatures.
Sorry to get some concerns about the legitimacy of some of these tests.
I got news for you guys, man. I'm so sorry. Keep in mind, RTX 30.
As you can see, right now the game is not needing the CPU as much, and the graphics card jumped to 73%, giving him 60 FPS. So you can see 38%, and back here 38%, and the GPU is going up because it's not needing the CPU as much.
Now you see this.
I'm so sorry.
As you can see, the GPU goes up and the FPS suddenly become good. The game becomes smooth.
Come on, RTX 3080, despite...
But then, when it bottoms out that single core again, the FPS crash.
Released years ago, it is still very
and you'll
expensive
probably
and
see
a very powerful card. This card can run any other major title with no problem, except Wuthering Wave.
Because the card is not a problem. The problem is that the game cannot handle the CPU. Doesn't know how to utilize the CPU cores or manage the single core efficiently.
You're running at 1440p with every fucking setting.
The graphics card is not the graphics card can pump out 120 FPS in this game at 1440p. The graphics card is not a problem. Like, what the I hate these guys talking about like graphics card and CPUs like they know shit. Like, oh, it's 1440p. Bro, shut your bitch ass mouth. Like, the graphics card can pump out like another 40 frames. The graphics card is not a problem. Holy fucking damn it.
turned on. Bro, the grass looks like that. You're running this 1440p at 60 FPS with grass that looks like that as you're speeding around the landscape in a motorcycle. I think the game is fine. You have 60 FPS while your shit is undervolted. I think the game is fine, bro.
Have 60 FPS, but incredibly unstable.
However, why is your GPU stuck and capped at 60% utilization?
Why do you think, you dumbass? Like, what the hell?
Like, yeah, why don't you go find out what's wrong with your bottleneck somewhere?
What's wrong with the bottleneck is that the game cannot utilize the system resources. Like,
so,
well,
driving around this area.
What's up, Tarvin? I'm doing horrible,
yeah,
bro.
60 FPS,
I'm getting
69,
pissed off
55.
at this video.
You can see the stutter. It's terrible.
Sorry, let me just...
It
let's just play the voice line as this clip is playing.
FPS 69, 55. You can see the stutter. It's terrible.
I know for certain he, like, was not able to say that line properly because this does not look terrible. What do you...
It does not look terrible because you're not the one playing it. If you are a giga casual player, if you are someone that have never touched a fucking game before, maybe you will play this and think it is fine. But if you are a more demanding gamer, like I was called by a certain V, if you are a more demanding gamer, this is unacceptable. This amount of like instability between frames is absolutely unacceptable. Like, and you can feel it when you play. Like, when you are watching like a video on YouTube, you can't really like tell. And this is 60 FPS. You can't really tell between like small micro stutters because you cannot see them, but you can absolutely feel them.
You mean terrible? This looks great. You're hitting 60 FPS while driving while there's fucking... Look at the fucking ray tracing grass physics you have on.
Bro doesn't have ray tracing on. What the fuck are you smoking? Listen to this again. Listen at how he's trying to like downplay the instability in the FPS.
This looks great. You're hitting 60 FPS while driving while there's fucking... Look at the fucking ray tracing grass physics you have on.
Ray tracing grass physics you have on. First, ray tracing has nothing to do with physics. Second, ray tracing is not on. And third, even if it was on, it's not the GPU problem. Like, what? Again,
you're telling me 60
how
FPS
much of a dumbass can you be?
Shit. Bro, what is bad about this, bro?
It barely keeping 60 FPS, barely.
Bro, what was wrong with that? Bro, what was wrong with that? We're on 16x and a
the square grass.
Keep dropping to 40, 50.
Bro, he just hit 80. I think he's literally sandbagging this. 16.
Here the game is running pretty decently.
Bro, he just hit.
I mean, he had like a micro stutter.
80. I think he's literally sandbagging this setup. I am of the opinion he's entire. Yes.
The performance just dropped.
I think he just capped it in the background. He actually capped his controls. He actually is spreading the craziest misinformation we've ever seen in the space here.
To spot the waterfall area. Let's see here, 50.
Nah,
and he's in an open area, so he should be getting more FPS.
I think he's lying.
The problem is that the FPS is just unstable, where you get like 60, 70, 80 in one spot, and then you drop to 40 in another spot. Like, it's just like giga unstable.
After I saw that spike up to 89 and high utilization, and then just seeing this utilization cap throughout the entire demo.
The utilization is not capped by him, it's capped by the game, dumbass.
To run.
I think he's just gonna revolt the card properly. Let's see what the...
Overvolting, undervolting, overclocking, and underclocking does not change the utilization. Like, bro's out here like saying shit out of her mouth, like saying shit out of his mouth without understanding what he's talking about.
The utilization is. Ah, so now we're at 90 plus.
It
Okay.
can keep a consistent 60 FPS, 70 FPS.
Okay,
despite
okay.
everything
Now we're hitting 80s and 90s here.
turn
Okay.
on.
Yeah, you wanna know why? Wanna know why? Again, like before, the CPU is being utilized better, therefore it makes the GPU like perform also better and reach higher frame rates. This is still CPU limited. I don't think bro needed to use DLSS because a 3080 can run this game just fine without DLSS at native resolution. As you can see from the 64%, this 64% utilization, bro can absolutely go higher graphics.
Too high. Meanwhile,
or
in
higher
waveform,
resolution.
everything is on balance.
That's because you undervolted the fucking GPU and CPU. That's what it looks like. It looks like you've just been undervolting.
Bro keeps saying like
everything.
undervolted and over. Bro keeps saying undervolted as if undervolting the GPU makes your FPS. Okay. Look what undervolting a GPU does. What does undervolting a GPU do? Undervolting the GPU reduces the voltage supplied to it, which can lead to a lower power consumption, decreased heat generation, and potential improved performance stability. This process allows the GPU to run more efficiently without sacrificing performance. What now? What now? Are you going to keep saying that it's undervolted? When undervolting like refers to this? Like, god fucking damn it, bro.
It's the same.
I hate
the same
listening to
average.
retarded people.
76% utilization. As said that the optimization should be higher in Woo-Wah like it is for very many people when they're playing the game. The game's optimization is shit. Guys, you can say the game is badly optimized without lying about it. That's the point.
You're the one lying about it. The benchmarks are not like 100% scientific. But we can still take some information out of it. But they are not 100% scientific. The information we can take out of it is that Wuthering Waves is not utilizing the resources that it's given to it efficiently. Don't look at the FPS, look at the frame time, and then look at the utilization of the resources that it's given. You can see that, well, Cyberpunk is able to utilize more resources that it's given to provide a smoother experience, while Wuthering Waves is not able to utilize the resources that it's given as efficiently, making the overall experience worse. Yeah, has been fed concepted bias and as such bro.
Point I'm trying to make. You could say the game
That's
is
not true.
optimized without
You can
looking
search
like
it
you're
up
lying
yourself.
about it, like this video is.
It can keep a consistent 60 FPS, 70 FPS, despite everything turned on to high.
Why is Saint making a video on this topic when he has no clue? And you're saying this guy does.
Meanwhile, in Wuthering Wave earlier, everything is on balance and low. It cannot even keep.
Neither of them. I mean, I think the guy has a little bit more knowledge than Saint, but I don't think neither of them are qualified enough or unbiased enough to make a video like this.
Consistent 60 FPS. We're talking.
Everything's on balanced and low when we have 16x anisotropic filtering on 1440p. Wait, you have 16x anisotropic filtering enabled and you just said everything's on balanced and low. Bro, show me a single fucking balanced and low setting that gives you fucking this, bro. 16x anisotropic filtering is what is on balanced and low? What's yours at? 1? Yeah, no, mine's at 1.
The filtering is bullshit, and I called it out immediately.
I'm just saying.
But it shouldn't be enough to give an unstable frame rate.
Right.
Because even with that on, the game is still not pushing the PC.
Driving around the bamboo forest.
Yeah, so basically, this video hinges on the Cyberpunk versus Wuthering Waves test to say that this game on an entirely different engine is better optimized than Wuthering Waves because it looks like we're having totally different bottlenecks at certain points that look like they're man-made.
Yeah.
Look at the frame time graph. It doesn't go over 20.
I have no words.
Or most of the time, I think.
No words.
Doesn't go over 20. It's just
Yeah,
smoother.
so when this can be explained by you just undervolting Wuthering Waves during the recordings, and that's what it looks like.
Again with the same shit. Let me skip that. Like, holy shit. He keeps saying the same thing over and over. I've already explained it. So
VSync turned off a little bit over here. It's like VSync turned off for half a second over here. That's what it feels like.
No, it feels like the main CPU core that Wuthering Waves is using got a little bit of breathing room, giving the GPU more frames to render, you know?
Right? When you jump up to 90 FPS, right? And then go back down to 60 immediately. That's what it looks like, right?
Still doesn't convince you. Let's move on to working.
Let's go to the next PC. Okay, NVIDIA RTX 4060. It's a laptop GPU. A laptop GPU? I'm sorry, but that's kind of bullshit, I think. What? Am I tripping, or is the 3080 better? 3080 against a 4060. Mobile. God damn it. 4060. Bro, okay, neither of them know what the fuck they are doing. The 3080 has a 44% overhead over the... Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. My God. They are both fucking dumb, bro. Like a 4060, for fuck's sake, like let's pause on the set. Like a 4060, normally would still be worse than a 3080. A 4060 Ti would be like a little bit better. Like 15%. No, 4060 Ti, 30. Why it keeps changing like from side? 4060 Ti would be almost as good as a 3080. Like a 4070, like normal, against a 3080 would be a little bit better, like 7%. Why not use user benchmark? I'm more used to using this one. Like, so neither of them know what the fuck they are doing. Why would you leave a mobile 4060 to like show after a 3080? Like, I'm in disbelief. Because this retard right here doesn't know why this is wrong. and he's trying to find excuses of why the comparison is wrong while not knowing what the fuck he's talking about. And the other guy doing the benchmark also doesn't know what he's doing because he put a 4060 as a last showcase in the best case scenario, where a 4060 laptop GPU, by the way, is like a 44% slower than a 3080 and has less VRAM. What? Come on, like, what are we doing here?
15th-gen Intel Core i5 RTX 4060.
3080 is better than a 4060? Yes, it's better than a 4060 and a shitload better than a 4060 laptop.
We're using a laptop.
Oh
okay,
my
it's got
god, they are both fucking...
VRAM, so it's going to be even...
Okay, we have a Kurobot and we have like a... probably a Wuwa hater. He's just trying to prove that you don't need this to prove that Wuthering Waves runs like shit. You don't need this to prove that Wuthering Waves is badly optimized, okay? You don't need this. The game is badly optimized and everyone and their mom knows it. Like, brother, you don't need this. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he's just trying to make the video, but not knowing or doing it without knowing is worse than not doing it at all, right? And then we have St. Ondas that's trying to disprove this, but is doing it on, like, wrong.
Worse. 8 gigs of VRAM. So I bet we're going to try 1440p again. 1440p on 8 gigs. I can't wait. All right, let's see what the specs are. I don't want to listen to him anymore.
And he puts it on higher. Okay, bro. We keep watching. He's going to say the same shit over and over again.
All right,
I already know what's going to happen. Anisotropic filtering again on 16 times. You don't need that. DLSS is on, though, and on performance mode. So it's running at like 1080p. Wrong plus wrong equals right. So the original video is right for the wrong reasons, and Saint is also right for the wrong reasons. They are both right for the wrong reasons. So the original video is right that Wuthering Waves is unoptimized, but he's giving like skewed benchmarks and wrong reasons for it to be unoptimized. And Saint is saying that the benchmarks are, well, skewed, but he's giving the wrong reasons as to why they are like skewed. They are both wrong. They are both wrong and right at the same time. How the fuck do you figure that out?
But he has DLSS.
It's actually insane.
DLSS is just upscaling. Okay, guys. So DLSS might not be frame gen, but
no, on an i5, like,
you more
brother.
frames per second. Is that it? If you turn,
like, god fucking damn.
But still, even with
he's going to die.
Better.
What's the excuse for the 4060? The 4060 uses Ada Lovelace architecture, giving it a massive power efficiency edge. It requires only 115 watts compared to the 3080. DLSS 3 and frame generation. The 4060 supports NVIDIA's DLSS 3 and frame generation, which can boost FPS in supported games, artificially bringing a performance gap in titles where it is enabled. So this does not excuse... First, this is comparing the desktop version of the... this is comparing the desktop version of the GPU to the 3080. Plus, it's more power efficient. It doesn't mean that it's better performant, okay? It's still worse performant than a 3080. Plus, DLSS 3 and frame generation, bro, frame generation it's not on, and DLSS 3 looks better, but it doesn't have that much of a performance overhead, okay? So this would only support it if the 3080 wasn't using DLSS and the 4060 was. That's the claim here. The 4060 is as performant as the 3080 if you use DLSS and frame generation, while the 3080 is not using any of those. Okay.
The DLSS technology.
I also run WUWA at 1440p, like native resolution, and I have a stable 60 FPS. I cannot get over 60 because, well, Kuro is fucking dented and they lock me under it because they think that a Ryzen 1700 is better than a Ryzen 7600. Okay? I don't know why, but they think that. And I think it's fucking dented that they do it. It pisses me off every time I think about it. It's actually crazy.
That 3080. But still, even with that, we're still struggling to reach 60 FPS. You can...
Obviously, you're struggling to reach 60 FPS. This is like a bad comparison. Struggling to reach 60 FPS because 1, a 4060 is slower. 2, you're not using a frame gen, which is like the only thing that would make it able to reach the 3080 performance. 4, you're using higher graphical settings. Like, brother. They lock FPS behind newer gen. The 1700 is the first generation of Ryzen CPUs. I have a newer generation. I have a 7600. Like, look at this. Let's look at Passmark. And Ryzen 1700. Okay. What is it? Ryzen 1700. Okay. And a 7600. And let's compare both. Oh, would you look at that? Look at the performance difference. Look at performance difference between these two CPUs. Would you look at that? Guess which CPU has the 120 FPS like activated, and guess what CPU does not? You are right. The AMD Ryzen 1700 has the 120 FPS option, and the 7600 does not.
This is one of the worst.
If you tell me that Kuro isn't fucking retarded for that, I don't know. How does the i7 12? Okay, let's actually see. The 12700K. Let's see. Let's compare. 12700K is faster than the. It's 21% faster than the 7600, which is the one that I have. But it's 190 volts. Holy power hungry. But it's a very beefy CPU. Let's see the one that he was running, which was the 5700, right? Okay. Did it bug out? I cannot like deselect. Okay. The website just bugged.
Worst videos I think I've ever seen.
Just put it on low graphic.
By the GPU 3060, 12 gigabytes. Man.
Also,
I now see why it's so liked, because you can just say woo-wah bad.
3060 is a good like budget GPU, but if you have that kind of CPU, you need a better GPU.
Unfortunately, this is the thing. The Wuthering Waves audience is really open to critiques, and this critique is basically just astroturfing to the highest degree. The guy basically takes the game and, without even close to a controlled environment, runs the most fucked up tests imaginable that I think anyone has ever seen. Where a
yes, but you cannot point out why it's fucked up.
4060 is actually 30. What he does talk is lying through his fucking teeth. Because who says that they love the game that much in such a weird fucking way as they get into like these really fucked up tests with us like this fucking 9 years? Bro, if you've been using it too fucking about.
Yeah, let's skip it.
What? Let me. Looks bad as we're hitting.
Yeah. Blah 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 blah. I have a whole video explaining why Wuthering Waves stutter so much. Have a whole video explaining it. Here. Where is it? Here's the comparison. Here, performance fix. How to fix stutter. Yeah, how to fix stutters. And on this 10-minute video, I go over like everything that you need to know to identify what is your bottleneck and how to fix it. And here, obviously, I talk about how the CPU will most likely be the culprit behind the Wuthering Waves stutters, and how lowering your graphics here. Where is it? Here. TLDR, don't lower your graphical settings because most of the time it's not going to do anything and it's just going to make the game look like shit. Game must be on SSD. Keep at least 15 to 25% free space. Close background apps that hoard CPU and memory. Set WUA to high priority in Task Manager. Target CPU having settings. Crowd density, physics-based animations, interactive environment, and foliage density. Lower FPS cap to 60 or even 45. Yes, because if you have your FPS uncapped, what that's going to do is that it's going to drive your CPU to 100%, trying to like reach that cap, and then when it reaches 100%, it like it halts and it's like and it stops sending frames. Like it reaches that 100% and it fucking like kind of freezes its brain, and then it stutters, and then the usage like lowers a little bit and it backs to normal until it reaches the cap again and it halts again, and then it goes back to normal. So if you lock your FPS at 60, what that's going to do, it's going to impede the CPU of reaching that 100%. Like sometimes your CPU can be running at 100% and not get stutters, but most of the time that's why stutters happen. Also because of like shader compilation, but if you're not doing like any shader compilation, then this is the cause. And update GPU drivers, and if your GPU already hits 100%, then you turn on FSR and DLSS. But I would only recommend that for 1440p displays or 4K displays. Okay. So if you want to know like how to increase or how to maximize your settings and how to maximize your FPS, feel free to go watch this video. Anyway, that's basically that for the reaction. I don't feel like watching the rest of the video because I feel like bro is going to just repeat the same thing over and over, and I feel like I've been repeating myself over and over for the past like 2 hours, bro. Like I feel tired. This was painful to watch. It was really painful. Like it was mostly because neither of them knew what the fuck they are talking about. You know? Planned on getting AMD Radeon RX 9070. The 9070 is pretty good. 9070 is pretty good, but well, I would recommend the 9070 XT because it's like $50 more, and you will just get more headroom with you'll get more headroom with the memory. It's just better. Also, FSR 4 is now pretty good, which I don't really like using it, but it be how it be. Done with NVIDIA. Like, NVIDIA keeps fucking up its users, bro. NVIDIA keeps fucking up, like, everything. Like, have you seen DLSS 5? Like, it's the most, the biggest piece of dog shit I've ever seen. Like, they could have, like, put it under, like, filters in NVIDIA, which, like, players could turn on, and I wouldn't really care about it. But they are implementing into DLSS, which is, like, fucking stupid, bro. Isn't every video assigned painful to watch? Yes. Yes, it is. Bro, I'm not reacting to anything anymore. Like, holy shit. Not reacting to anything, bro. I'm going to go back to playing my Gunner game. Like, god damn, bro. You're so angry, started gunning. Yeah, I need to like let me remove this from here. Close post, and I'm going to close the other one too, because it's basically the same video. There you go. MD is okay for creative work, NVIDIA is better. How? I mean, if you're going to use AI, sure. But at the same price point, NVIDIA is not better than AMD. If you're going for like, obviously, if you're going for like a 5090, AMD doesn't have competition in that aspect. Obviously, NVIDIA is going to be better because it's the only one at that range of performance. But if you're talking dollar per dollar, then AMD is better. Aro wanted slop and he left. Yeah, I don't know where bro went. Bro.
You seem to really like maids, Master.
New Umbra in Arknights. I don't know if I'm going to check it out today. It's getting pretty late.
Hold on, shall we let the seeds sprout?
Video editing, 3D rendering, etc. Yeah, dollar per dollar is
glad you're safe.
Pretty much like pretty similar.
Breaking news, Macillus Industries' Project MATIS has succeeded in producing its first prototypes. 8 candidates among 40 have received prototype bodies in the first round of production and have been deemed stable. Macillus CEO Sewin announced the company would proceed with a second round of prototype bodies with production beginning tomorrow afternoon. It would appear the manufacturer is one step closer to the creation of a hero NIKKE.
What the? We barely made the prototype yesterday, and it's already in the news?
Yeah.
Looks like it. Everyone's pretty thrilled, apparently.
Something's off. Don't you find it weird how so many details are getting leaked?
So what? Someone was probably just eager to get the good news out. If the PR team wants to put in the work, let them.
Yeah, I guess we've got
Made you legit hungry? Anyway. I still haven't eaten anything.
As the report said, all those who received bodies in the first round are in good shape. Their energy output isn't as high as we expected from the design. but their physical capabilities are on an entirely different level than regular Nikkes. As for the energy output, I figure we can fine-tune it in the next phase by feeding in electrical energy.
Sounds great. Everything's going smoothly. We can kick off the second round of production as soon as the body... Who's messaging me all of a sudden?
I think you should eat.
Jian?
I don't know.
What do you want?
I don't know what I'm going to eat. I will have to answer him to go, like, make something.
I heard you produced your very first Nikke bodies yesterday. How'd it go? Did they come out all right? Are you happy with them?
That's none of your business.
That must mean it went well.
Seriously, what do you want?
Oh, don't be so angry. I just wanted to congratulate you.
Yeah,
and
sure.
to give you a little warning.
A warning?
Have you heard anything about what the board's up to?
Living their best lives? I don't know. The project's going well. They can't have anything to say about it, right?
Oh, but they do. They've got a lot.
There's a 3-hour stream.
Precisely
Yeah, but I just bought the fucking
because your
tickets to play the
project's
rest of
going
the
so well.
thing.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means the more power the CEO has within Macilla's industry, the less influence the board has. Back when Father was CEO, the suits didn't dare do anything. But ever since you took over, they've been running wild. You haven't been able to keep as tight of a grip on them as Father did.
It's not that I haven't been able to. I've just chosen
At my
not to.
level, 7-hour stream.
Ah,
I've
sure.
done 9-hour
In any
stream,
case,
bro.
you haven't kept them under control. And with the recent dip in public opinion, they were going to use it as an excuse to rattle you and get a tighter hold on the company. But then, you went and started a brand new Nikke project.
What are you trying to say?
Well, I'm sure they didn't mind at first. Right? I mean, who'd think something you came up with as a kid would actually turn out well? Especially when the previous CEO wrote it off as nothing. Their guard was
What's up,
down
Ghost?
in the
Welcome back.
beginning. Because no one actually thought your project would succeed. To them, our father was both a devil and a god. But then,
When
to
the butt jiggle
surprise of
happens,
everyone, it worked.
first you gotta cry a little
They
bit.
thought you'd fail before making a single body, and yet it's going great.
Get to the point!
How do you think I'm able to be here, right now, talking to you? Did the thought even cross your mind?
What?
I'm here because the board asked me to be here. They want me here until your project's over. So watch yourself. The funny thing about humans is, the moment they lay a finger on something that wasn't ever theirs, they start to think they own it, as though it had been theirs from the very start. Then they get to thinking, if your success brings you any more power, you might take what's mine. And they convince themselves they've been backed into a corner.
So Suen is kind of
You know,
fucked. Either
they
way.
say a cornered rat will bite even a cat. How much more
Who the
do
fuck
you
says
think
that?
it'll hurt to get bitten by a whole board of overgrown rats?
All right, then what are you saying I should do?
I already told you. Watch yourself. You've
Jian
got
says
a
that?
lot to protect at the moment, right? Such as, oh, I don't know. Those bodies you're planning to make tomorrow?
Suen,
What?
are you okay? You've been staring into space for a while now. Did Jian get under your skin again yesterday?
It's nothing. How are the preparations coming along?
The body makers are all set. All that's left is for the test subjects to get into the capsules. But they're running a little late today.
They're late?
Sorry for the delay. All 8 test subjects have entered the capsules.
What took so long?
There was a minor issue getting the subjects into the capsules. It's fine now. Everything's been resolved.
I already told you. Watch yourself. You've got a lot to protect at the moment, right? Such as, oh, I don't know. Those bodies you're planning to make tomorrow?
No, hold on. I'll check them myself.
What?
Yuan approaches the capsules and begins inspecting them one by one.
What's wrong? Is there something bothering you?
No, I just remembered something someone said to me. Everything looks fine. Let's start the second round of production.
Okay.
A deep mechanical hum fills the air. The production of the MATIS prototype bodies begin.
I'm an idiot to let her get to me like that. I shouldn't have listened to her.
Was there really nothing that happened between you and Jian?
Nothing happened. She just told me to watch out for the board. What?
An alarm?
What is it? What's going on?
The units are overheating. Their temperature keeps rising.
This is bad. If it doesn't stop, the subjects inside the capsules will...
Code Red, shut it down, now!
What's happening?
Amid blaring alarms and blazing red flames, the second round of body production results in all subjects melting inside their capsule, ending in the worst failure imaginable. So she cooked everyone alive. Oh no. And word is going to get out, isn't it? It is, isn't it? They melted. That's not funny, bro. What the hell? That's like everything but funny. Imagine like melting inside one of those capsules. What the hell? Being turned into a human smoothie. Seen worse?
So, this is how powerful maids can be.
The next day, every outlet in the yard begins reporting on the incident. She really cannot take a W, bro.
Today we have a shocking accident to report. Miss Silas Industries' ongoing Project MATIS resulted in numerous casualties yesterday. According to those close to the project, heat levels spiked during the second round of body production, causing all of the participants to tragically melt inside their capsules. There are rumors that the former CEO NIKKE had previously deemed this project unfinished and ordered it to be scrapped, raising questions as to whether this accident was a result of CEO Sewins conducting a reckless experiment based on an incomplete blueprint. The NIKKE Rights Committee has come out in protest of Project MATIS, calling it an inhuman experiment, and is demanding that it be halted at...
I mean, it kinda is.
Turn it back on.
You've seen enough. They're not gonna suddenly say anything that's helpful.
I have to watch. I have to see what everyone's saying so I can come up with a plan.
And what plan do you think is gonna come?
Father must have been right after all. The blueprint was never going to work. This project was doomed from the...
Hey, snap out of it. Nothing went wrong in
So
the
take
first
time
round,
away from
right?
screen time after watching
So
Saint
it
Guy.
doesn't make sense for just the second round to have problems. Jian told you the board was planning something, didn't she? Well, then they're obviously the ones behind
Is
this.
this MSQ? I don't know what
We need
MSQ
to look again
is.
into what happened.
We already checked! Nothing was wrong with the capsules. Same goes for the body makers. As soon as it happened, we tore the whole lab apart and found nothing.
Main
you know
story.
what that means?
This is an event, but it is related to the main story. So every event in NIKKE is canon to the main story. But the main story, but this does not revolve the main character. The main story kind of revolves the main character, like most of the time. The events, like a lot of them, don't even have the main character being involved.
The blueprint may have been flawed from the very beginning.
There's no way that's true. If it were, those who were in the first round wouldn't be performing this well.
How do you know there's nothing wrong with them? Something could still go wrong. Their bodies could explode tomorrow for all we know.
What are you even saying? It'd be impossible to do research if you only ever assume the worst. There will always be variables. So why do you keep insisting it's your blueprint that's the problem?
Well, why do you keep insisting it'll be fine? That's what you said this time again. But it wasn't fine. We failed again.
That's not...
What? Are you going to tell me Father had some ulterior motive again? How am I supposed to believe that? You only ever lied to me. You even lied about coming to my inauguration.
Simulate, have to rise. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow then.
Is
Maybe. I don't know if
that
tomorrow
what you
I'll stream.
thought this whole time?
No.
Probably no
you just
stream
slipped
for
out.
3 days.
I mean, if you just left without trying to argue with me, I wouldn't have said anything. Are you mad?
Wait,
I'm
what did she
sorry.
say? You only ever lied to me, you even lied about coming to my inauguration. Oh, about that, okay. Aswell's face is pale as she stares at you, anxiously watching for her reaction. She sees the same exact child who long ago stood anxiously waiting for Anme to evaluate her blueprint.
You're still the exact same. You haven't grown at all.
Maxwell?
You've doubted me this whole time.
What? No. Look, I was just upset and I said something stupid.
You thought I might not actually like you. But you needed me to stay close or else you'd feel anxious. Because you need affection from someone. That's why he kept me away from your inauguration. He needed to keep you anxious. I had no idea. I just felt bad, so I tried to overcompensate. Now I get why you're still stuck back in that time.
What? What are you talking about? If you're not going to make any sense, just leave. I want to be alone.
Why? Are you gonna go run to your hideout once I'm gone? Cry all you want and then throw it all away again?
What?
People are saying you failed. I'm asking if you're going to just believe them and give up again.
What else am I supposed to do? No matter how hard I work on something, they always put me down. They say I'm a failure, that I'm no good.
If you really worked that hard on it, then fight to protect it.
Are you gonna, because you
matter
played
if you're
NIKKE?
anxious and lack confidence.
Are you
Get a
playing
hold of
NIKKE because
yourself.
you're a gooner? Both. I'm a gooner both ways.
Take responsibility.
Responsibility?
It's
Yeah.
your project. You're the one in charge of it. Not just that, but you're the CEO of Bacillus. You can't keep being that child who runs off whenever she's scolded by her dad.
So what do you want me to do? I looked and looked and couldn't find anything wrong with the project. How am I supposed to believe in myself if...
I'll prove it to you.
What?
You said this all happened because the blueprint was flawed, right? Well, I don't think your blueprint was flawed at all. I'm certain those dirtbags on the board are behind this. And the reason I know is because there has never, ever been anything wrong with your design.
Maxwell.
You still don't seem to realize it. But I'm actually a pretty capable researcher. I'm going to prove that I'm not wrong about you. And that I haven't been lying.
Oh?
So while you sit there sniveling, get ready to apologize to me later. You stubborn little baby.
Maxwell
I talked
leaves.
a big game back there. But there really is nothing in the lab. That must mean the cause isn't anything around the body makers. It's somewhere else entirely.
Maxwell looks around the hallway in the research lab. With all experiments currently suspended, the deserted hallway is completely quiet.
Where do I even begin?
Suddenly, she hears a loud series of thumps, followed by a...
What was that sound? There shouldn't be anyone here.
She hears it again. Maxwell cautiously approaches the source of the sound.
Punch! 100 strikes!
It's Laplace. Laplace is hammering a sandbag with a flurry of
You?
punches. Yes.
What are you doing here?
Oh, I've seen you before. You're the one in charge of making heroes. Your name was,
Maxwell.
That's right, Maxwell.
You completely forgot, didn't you? Anyway, what are you doing here?
I'm training.
For what?
To become a hero. I was told that to become a hero, I have to train every day, no breaks. They said it's the only way to get the energy in my body to go up.
Yeah, that is what we wrote in the manual. But you've actually been sticking to it? Even with everything that's going on?
That's right. If I'm gonna become a hero, I gotta do it.
Haven't you heard the rumors?
Rumors?
If you haven't, then never mind.
You mean that the project might be scrapped and that even the bodies from the first round might melt at any moment?
Oh, so you did hear them. And you stayed anyway?
Yeah, I have to become a hero.
You realize this whole create a hero project might be cancelled at any moment, right?
Why does that matter? I've already got a hero body. That's not going to change if the project gets cancelled.
True.
To put it another way, I've already got all I need to become a hero. And if I do become a hero, the project can keep going. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I guess you're right, huh? I didn't have to look very far after all. You're the proof. You're proof that Suen wasn't wrong.
Yep, Suen's totally right. She made this body for me, after all.
I'm sorry.
Huh? What for?
I thought you were a fake. But it turns out you're the real thing. You really are set on becoming a hero.
That's right. I'm gonna become a hero.
It's another thing Suen was right about. If heroes are real, you're exactly the kind of person who should become one. Looks like I'll have to apologize to Suen too.
I don't know what for, but definitely apologize.
This is good. I've found solid proof that the project was a success. Now I've just gotta search even harder.
Search? For what?
Whatever caused the second round to fail. I'm convinced it wasn't Siwen's blueprint. There's got to be something else.
Cancelled?
To put it in terms you'll understand, there are villains out there sabotaging this project.
There are?
Yeah, and I have to find proof that they've been interfering. I don't know where to start. But if I keep digging, something's bound to turn up. No matter how perfect someone may seem, everyone's bound to have an opening, or something that just sticks out as being suspicious.
Suspicious? 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 Oh, there was something!
Oh?
You startled me. What do you mean there was something?
Something suspicious!
What?
I saw the person who did the daily injections give the other candidates some strange medicine. No one gave us that kind of medicine when I went into the capsule. But I heard the person say that there had been some change to the experiment and they needed to take the new medicine.
And how exactly did you hear this?
I was passing through the hallway. Ever since I got this body, I can hear things clearly even from far away.
Damn.
Do you happen to remember where they were handing out that medicine? Would you look at that?
Fuck Fangi, because she moves all over the map when she does a basic and goes into...
I can't say for certain this is the cause, but I'm sure we'll
Sounds
find
like
out
skill
once
issue,
I
bro.
run an analysis. Thanks for the... What are you doing?
I smell something burning.
Something... burning?
Maxwell dashes out into the hallway and looks around. Smoke is seeping out of the far end
What
of
is
the hall.
that?
A fire?
But then why isn't the fire alarm going off?
Maxwell looks towards where the smoke is.
That's where
billowing
the
out.
lab...
Oh no. Run!
Kaboom. Everything went up in flames. Siwen runs. The moment she hears the news, she runs to the lab without stopping. All sorts of thoughts go through her head. I never should have started the project. I never should have blamed Maxwell. I never should have said she lied. She starts to despise herself. She despises herself for yet again putting the things that matter most to her in danger, even after all this time, and for being unable to do anything other than run so feebly. Then regret kicks in. If only I'd be more ruthless like Father and Gian, none of this would have happened. At the end of that running, she witnessed her own research lab go up in flames.
No! Maxwell's in there!
Siwen rushes frantically towards the lab.
Siwen, it's too dangerous.
The researchers block Siwen's
This
path.
building's collapsing. You can't go in there.
Let go! Let go of me! Maxwell's in there, you hear me? Maxwell's in there!
The lead researcher is still inside?
The building entrance begins to cave in.
No. No.
Watching the entrance collapse, Siwen sinks to the ground.
What do I do?
Is that how Maxwell dies?
If I lose Maxwell too, then I'll be all alone again.
As if in trance, Siwen rises and starts to dart towards the collapsed entrance.
Miss Siwen!
The researchers rush over and drag her back.
No! 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 Let go! Let go of me! Maxwell's in there! Hear me? She's in there! I have to save her! I can't lose her like this!
Suen pleads as she hangs from the arms holding her back.
Help! Please save Maxwell!
She begs and begs again.
Help! Please help!
She pleads to a world that has never once in all her life heard her cries for help.
Please help! I'm begging you!
And in that moment, someone answers her call. It's the hero Laplace. Hell yeah. Suen looks up to where the sound came from.
Heroic leap!
Laplace crashes through a window and leaps down with Maxwell in her arms. Superhero landing, hell yeah. Laplace lands heroically on the ground.
We made it out! Maxwell!
Suen runs towards the two of them.
Suen! Is Maxwell...
Laplace lays the unconscious Maxwell down on the ground.
I think she fainted from shock when the blast went off. But she's safe, so don't worry.
You saved Maxwell?
That's right.
Because I'm a hero.
And it's all thanks to you.
Thanks to me?
I heard you crying for help. And that helped me locate a window through the smoke.
You hurt me.
Of course. A hero must always heed the voice of someone calling for aid. And above all, it was only because of the power you gave me that I was able to save Maxwell.
The power I gave you?
Yep. It's all thanks to this body you gave me. Thanks to you, I no longer run out of breath no matter how fast I run. I don't collapse, even when surrounded by fire. I don't get tired carrying someone while I run. I don't even get hurt leaping from tall buildings. Now that I'm no longer sick and no longer weak, I don't have to hesitate to save someone. And all of that is thanks to the power you gave me.
Why didn't you run away?
What do you mean? Why would I run away?
They said the bodies would break down. That you'd die. There were all those terrible rumors going around. Aren't you afraid of dying?
Huh? Of course I'm afraid of dying. But you believed in me, right? You gave me the power to be a hero.
What?
So I won't run away. I promised. Remember? I said that if you believed in me, I'd become your hero. Give me just one chance. If you believe in me, then no matter what trials or difficulties may come, I'll become a hero right before your eyes. Just watch. So don't give up, Suen. Project MATIS is guaranteed to succeed. Because I'm going to become your hero. Just watch.
Laplace holds out her hand. Suen looks down at Laplace's hand. And then up at her shining eyes. The hero NIKKE, born from the blueprint Suen created. The only one who answered her call in a world where no one would help her. It is looking at her with the very same gaze as the heroes in those movies Suen used to watch so long ago, and probably still watches, having now proved without a doubt, she is a hero.
Yeah. You're going to become a hero. I'll make sure of it. I'm going to bet everything on you. Everyone in the world will think hero whenever they hear your name. No matter what it takes.
Suen clasped Laplace's hand.
I'm going to make you a hero!
Yeah! Yeah, let's go. Maxwell opens her eyes.
Where am I?
You're awake.
I thought for sure I was gonna die in that fire.
Laplace grabbed you and jumped out of the lab.
She did?
Know what she said? That she was only able to save you, and that she heard my voice calling for help.
So, how did she look to you?
Like a hero.
See? There was never anything wrong with your blueprint.
Yeah, you were right. I'm sorry for calling you a liar.
Apology accepted. You're not going to waver like that anymore, right?
Okay, bye-bye, Terwin.
No. No more hesitating. This all made it crystal clear to me.
See ya.
I have to do everything I can in order to protect what's mine. It's the only way I won't lose what's most important to me. And as for you, don't go putting yourself in danger again. Got it?
Were you that worried?
Of course I was. When I thought you might die,
It's okay. It's okay. Thanks for worrying about me. By the way, I did manage to bring this out with me.
What? Maxwell takes out the medicine contained she'd found.
This?
Oh.
The thing that caused the experiment to fail. Or at least, we think it did. We won't know the specifics until we analyze it. But at least we didn't come out of this empty-handed.
Suen stares intently at the container.
Yeah. This will work. It should be enough.
She has a plan.
Entering combat.
Okay, I think I will end it here.
Coral pancake? Is this for parfait?
For today at least. It's getting late, I still have to go like eat breakfast at 9 PM, by the way. So
Victory
yeah.
is blooming before our very eyes.
Let's see, is there a story after this? No. Better late than ever, true. Let's do these 2 pulls and see what we get. Also, I am going to edit that video, the Saint video, and still probably post it today. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to turn a 2-hour video. I need to turn a 2-hour video to like 45 minutes max, bro. I don't know how I'm going to pull that shit off, but I need to. I cannot post a 2-hour video. I don't think anyone will have the patience to watch that. No? I don't know how I'm going to do that, but well, wish me luck. Anyway, let me disconnect this, and I kind of have to reconnect my mouse, because my headphones are fully charged now, so I can reconnect it again. Go off. So thank you everyone that showed up to the stream today. Thank you Nanakumatsu, Zal, Terwin, Mark. Thank you Kogatsu for being here. Magnus was here. 79V was here. Ghost, even Egg was here. And well, when Mosshead, The Treen, Soul Gamer, Glenn, and everyone else. See you guys next time.
Don't confuse disappointment with a point. You It's easier to scream and shout than to admit that